Let's do it. Tuesday. Mason and I are with the biggest show on the radio right now.
Good afternoon.
Did you do good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Did you do it?
afternoon.
I didn't hear you do
I
it.
did it right away.
I didn't hear the
I
good
jumped
afternoon.
right into the good afternoon.
Yeah, see, Brian didn't hear you do it either.
Yeah.
I was
Do
waiting
it
for
again.
you.
Do it again.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right,
There
there
you
you go. You did it with a British accent, which is the way it was intended.
Right.
Yeah.
It really was, actually.
Are we going to get Will Ferrell on the show at some point? I know Laura's working on that.
She's working
Laura's
on
out
it.
sick today. I know she's working on that. Will Ferrell. By the way, did you see? Here's a documentary called Will and Harper.
I have not seen it. I've
That
heard
is
it's terrific.
really, really good. I came away from that thinking, even liking Will Ferrell even more than I already do. It's a great documentary. If you haven't seen it, it's streaming on Netflix. Bergman, are you watching? You're watching Traders.
I am. I love it
I
so
love Traders.
much.
I am. This
Best
is
show
the first reality competition show I have ever watched. Never watched Big Brother, Survivor, none of them.
This is going to get you to go watch those other ones. They're all really fun. Survivor's coming back in like a month, I think.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the first 46 seasons.
You don't need to. You don't need to see any of them.
I
but
thought
Traders is great, right, Brian?
It is. And if you like this season, you got to watch the first two because they're amazing.
Oh,
as well.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
A lot of times they'll vote out or banish the person that I dislike the most, and they did it this time, Bob the Drag Queen. I was so glad Bob the Drag Queen exited the show.
Yeah, so you're one
He was
behind
very,
right now.
No, I watched the other one last night.
did you watch it?
I
Okay,
saw
we won't talk about that.
I won't talk about that one because
Yeah.
I don't want to, spoil it for people.
Right.
Spoiler Jerry will call sports graffiti and complain. But no,
the
it's
way,
a really fun show.
The way that Bob the Drag Queen got voted off was awesome.
Who do you think is going to win?
Ooh, who do you think is going to win? I think it's going to be the Efron
Oh, you
brother.
think
Oh,
Efron's brother?
Dylan
He's good.
Efron. Yeah, he's good.
He's kind of a detective.
He sees everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Wes is going to win everything.
No, I think he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
vote
think
it out.
Wes is going to win everything.
He's going to start going towards was it the guy from Survivor? What's his
Boston
name?
Rob?
Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Boston Rob
he's
is
starting
going
to
to be
upset
out
Boston
fast.
Rob.
Boston Rob is going to go away really fast.
He's
when he
smarter
took out
than
Bob
that.
the Drag Queen, he opened the door to him. Now, do you get any of this, Andy?
No, but I'm going to the Wikipedia for Traders, and
Yep.
I just learned that one-time real world star Trishelle Canatella.
Yes.
She was the co-winner of Traders Season 2. I do remember her from Real World Vegas.
Oh yeah. Do you still watch The Real World?
No, but I remember her. I remember
Is that
her
on
it.
still?
Yeah. Is
Isn't it
there
just
still a
no,
Real
it's just a
World?
challenge,
I know
right?
they got the challenge.
I
Yeah.
bet the Real World is still on.
No, I think it's just the Real World Road Rules Challenge.
By the way,
Real
it is the toughest name of a
It's
show
so
there
hard.
is. Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Too many
Too many
Rs.
R's.
Yeah.
Too many R's. By the way, Tom Brokaw would have a terrible time with it. Tom Brokaw would just Real World
It's like Bob Dylan and
Yeah, we're keeping Tom Brokaw alive.
My next guest, Real World.
So my experience with Tom Brokaw, who I was at the Olympics one year. I always loved Tom Brokaw, and Tom at the Olympics one year. I think it might have been Sydney or one of the Olympics I was at. Was like wandering around, and I walked up to him. I said, "Mr. Brokaw, do you need help?" He said, "Yeah, can you show me to the studio?" So I led Tom Brokaw, and the one thing I remember about him, he had a big pocket square that stuck out like it was very fluffy. And I was going to say, Tom, you should tuck that in a little bit, but no, he rolled with it.
you don't tell Tom Brokaw what to do. Tom Brokaw tells you what
I'll
to do.
do what I want to do.
Do what I want. My pocket square will go where I want.
Apparently, Tom Brokaw,
Probably getting older and older as I'm
easiest
talking.
expression in the world to do.
He
Anybody
actually
can
should
do it.
be an inspiration to all aspiring young broadcasters.
Yeah.
Like
Who can't say their L's or their
but
R's.
on paper. Well, my point is, on paper, he does not have the right voice to be a broadcaster.
Yes, I agree.
And he's one of the best ever.
He was one of the best. One of the best. You know what the number one rated? I'm just throwing
Rambling.
stuff out here. Yeah. Number one rated show on television, Ray.
Traders.
What do you think gets the highest rating of any show on television? Prime time, not streaming, but
Not
just
streaming.
like regular
Oh,
TV.
I don't know any regular TV.
Any ideas?
I'm like Greg. I don't know a single show on regular
Is it a
TV.
news thing?
It's ABC World News Tonight with
Yeah.
David Muir. People watch it. I DVR that and I watch it during dinner every night, just so I know a little bit about what's going on in the world. I don't watch. They were talking about cable news this week. I kicked the cable news habit. I realized that only 1% of the world, actually 1% of America ever looks at cable news. It's unbelievable how impactful it is, despite the fact that nobody watches.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that you said the number one thing is the ABC with David Muir, because all we heard about after the most recent election is that it reflected how dead conventional prestige media is now. Like, that Donald Trump won in part because he went to all these non-conventional podcasts and different spaces as opposed to the conventional ABCs, NBC, CBS, CNN, those type of spaces.
So world news tonight, 8.1 million viewers watch every night. That's a lot of viewers. That's like more million. That's like more than NCIS. CSR. Everybody's doing Brokaw today. All right, coming up next for you.
It's a Brokaw Tuesday?
Yeah, it's Brokaw Tuesday. Everybody's doing it. Coming up next for you, we'll talk about the Lakers last night, and it may be, if you want a big man, you may have to hold your breath for a while. We'll get to that coming up next for you. Andy Kamenetsky's in for John. Hey, wildfires have devastated Southern California. Health, communities, people with lifetime scars that cannot be ignored. And Jacob Emrani has been involved in supporting fire victims from the very beginning. He and his team started on the streets. They provided water and supplies to everybody who needed it. Now, with evidence that Southern California Edison is to blame for the Eaton fire, the law offices of Jacob Emrani have submitted the first lawsuits against those responsible. So members of his own team have lost their homes. He knows what it means, or they needed to evacuate. This is personal, especially for a law firm dedicated to protecting Southern California residents as only Jacob Emrani can. If you or somebody you know has lost everything because of the Eaton fire, please call Jacob. The law offices of Jacob Emrani have been battling behemoths. Is that right? Behemoths? Yep. Behemoths. Like insurance companies. Well, we'll debate it later. Insurance companies for 27 plus years. If you need help navigating your insurance claims or navigating FEMA forms, so complicated, the consultation is free. And if you would like to join the lawsuit against Southern California Edison, call Jacob. You pay absolutely nothing until they win. The team at Call Jacob will even review your case and provide legal advice completely free of charge, but you got to call them right now. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, calljacob.com. Make sure to tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Jacob and his team are here to help. Together, we are L.A. strong. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I love Tatiana Ali, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she had a good song. Remember, she had like one pop song?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
She was in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Yeah,
though. That's where she's most famous.
Right.
Is this Layla Ali's sister?
No relation.
The boxer?
No, man.
Oh. Didn't you not watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air ever?
I did, but I don't know which one it is.
She was the youngest one.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
The Kings are in the midst of another long road trip where they'll meet 5 straight Eastern Conference opponents.
Shot off the draw, save, a loose puck in front, they score! Philip Deno ties the game 1-1. Kempe across for Kopitar, right circle, shoots, save, rebound, kick toward the front, score! Byfield ties the game with 1:05 left. It's 2-2. The Kings with multiple denials of the clearance, and somehow they've tied it here in Columbus.
The Kings look to bounce back from Saturday's loss in the Motor City, where they'll meet an Original Six foe, the Detroit Red Wings. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 4 p.m. Pacific on the brand new ESPN LA app.
We'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game-changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Derrick Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL. That's the name you can't think of.
For a second, yeah.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Over the weekend, I pull into the Trader Joe's parking lot. And by the way, the Trader Joe's parking lots are so small.
They all are.
They are so small.
Doesn't matter where, unless you happen to go to a Trader Joe's that has an underground parking garage.
Yeah, no. The one I go to, totally packed.
Yep.
You know what I saw there? three Cybertrucks. Three Cybertrucks taking up so much space at the Trader Joe's. It is ridiculous, and it makes me want to do this.
Cybertruck, driving out some stuff and then it's stuck.
Always driven by a stupid.
It is the Cybertruck. It is the Cybertruck.
I love the harmony at the end.
Harmonies at the end.
Harmonies.
If you are driving a Cybertruck, 100% chance you're a D-bag.
100%.
100%.
Like, what is the mindset of somebody who says, yeah, I want to drive this big spaceship-looking tank thing and take up all the parking spots?
And if you're driving,
who is that guy?
If you're driving a wrapped Cybertruck, 110%.
The ones that are like a different color than the silver?
110% chance you're a D-bag.
I don't know. Who drives a Cybertruck? Who would?
D-bags.
I guess it's just D-bag. Oh, do you have a neighbor?
Yep.
Yeah. Guys that want to take up 2-3 spaces at a time because they're better than everybody else.
Yeah, my car is bigger than your car. All right, so
it's like the Hummer back in the day.
It is. So Lakers last night looked really good. No, I'm going to withdraw. The Lakers won. Lakers won last night, and you got to beat the bad teams, and they beat one of the bad teams, and they did have a big 23-point lead in the first half that got away, became competitive at the end. But Anthony Davis, man, when he plays like that, the Lakers are going to win.
J.J. Redick described it really well after the game. He put in 2 days' worth of work in that game because his first quarter, I think it was 21 points, 11 rebounds. Like, that's a good game.
First guy to go 20-10 since Giannis, and only the second guy since 1996 to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's an incredible day. And then he puts out another 22 and 12, also really good. Second through fourth quarter, as JJ said, I think it's correct and was obvious while you watched. They lost focus.
Yes,
which they do all the time.
Yeah, they do. Now, a couple of things that came out of that, though. I do like Jared Vanderbilt a lot defensively. He is just a disruptor. He gets into every passing lane. He is so long, steals and rebounds. And, I mean, he's just a really, really good player, and he makes them so much better.
He raises the energy, which this team needs a lot. The Lakers are not a bad team. I know, like, they're all over the place, and at time when they look bad, they look really bad.
Sure.
But they're not a bad team. The problem is, though, they're not a great team, in part because they're not super talented. They are good, and when they play at the top of their game, they can be very good. But they have, as JJ and LeBron said, very little margin for error, meaning they have to execute and play hard and focused for 48 minutes because they're not talented enough to coast. And I don't know if they've really accepted this.
Yeah.
Like the idea that, especially for guys like LeBron and AD, who are been there, done that, LeBron season 22-40, probably not that interested in doing this in January.
Let me make an alternative case to that. In order to do well in the NBA, you got to beat the bad teams.
Yeah.
And Greg Bergman, who is our resident statistical sleuth, found this. The Lakers are 16-2 against teams that are below 500.
which makes them 10-16 against teams above 500.
Which I get, but one of the tricks is you gotta always beat the bad teams. Like I would put Philly in that category. Friday, Washington, I would put in that category. Last night was obviously in that category. Washington, who they just played. You've got to beat the bad teams, and they are successfully doing that.
Well, that's how you maintain your place in a West that's so stacked and so competitive. Like, you obviously want to beat the teams that are above 500 because it really makes you feel better about your ceiling.
Yeah.
But practically speaking, it's most important that you beat the crap out of the bad ones.
Yes.
Yeah, but then when you get into the playoffs and you're facing those good teams that you're 10-16 against, that's where it kind of starts to get a little iffy.
Well, sure. Then you get into a 7-game series, and it becomes adjustments and all that. So I'll tell you what. I think they can win any series. I think they can win 4 of 7 against anybody but Denver.
Oklahoma. You think they can beat Oklahoma
I
City?
think they can beat OKC.
We need to see what it looks like with Chet and Hartenstein, because last year when OKC was not as big,
the Lakers beat them.
The Lakers,
didn't they take 3 out of 4?
Yeah, it was a bad matchup for the Thunder, in part because they couldn't deal with the Lakers' size. Even though I think the Thunder were better than more teams in the West than the Lakers were a better team than the Thunder, straight up.
Yeah.
But,
go ahead.
I was just going to say Houston. Like Houston last year was still better than
they're super young,
but they match up well against the Lakers.
Athletic. They're super athletic. They're super young.
Big too. Şengün is big.
Yep.
They have a lot of what's going. And Amen Thompson is looking
Thompson
fantastic
hit the game winner
right
last night. He was really good.
So that's a team that they don't match up.
But
well
would
with.
you not say? I would take the Lakers to win a series against Houston. I would absolutely. They're young.
Because of
they're
name?
inexperienced. No, because LeBron and AD have been in this scenario before. They've been in this situation. They've been in a 7-game playoff series. Houston, they didn't make the playoffs last year. And we often talk about how you need to graduate to the next level. They need to graduate to become a team
Other
that
than
goes
Van
to the
Vliet and Dylan Brooks, there's really no experience for Houston's team, particularly among their best players.
I mean, eventually they'll get that experience as they're playing, but at the same time, if the Lakers' defense holds as it's kind of starting to look like it's starting to round into shape with DFS and Vandal and back now, if that defense, and especially with those wing defenders all playing well, then yes, I think they have a better shot. But as is right now,
I'm not saying, by no stretch am I saying it's a guarantee.
No.
I just think they're in a series. They can win 4 of 7 against OKC.
Yeah.
They can win 4 of 7 against Houston. They
would beat Memphis. I don't think
they would
that's a
beat
problem.
Memphis. The only team I really worry about is Denver. I don't believe they can win 4 of 7 from Denver.
Do you, Andy, worry about the Clippers at all?
Worry?
Well, I know that sounds blasphemous, but at the same time, they just beat the hell out of them the other night, and Zubats is big and kind of owns them a little bit.
Zubats has been really good. Norm Powell's been fantastic this year. The thing with the Clippers, though, is it's hard to worry about them because it's hard to project who's going to be there.
Right.
Is Kawhi Leonard going to be in that series?
And Kawhi did play in that game against the Lakers. He played 21 or 22 minutes, I think.
He was really good.
And he was really good. He is an unbelievable player when he's healthy and he's on the court. By the way, our statistical sleuth,
another one,
Greg Bergman, also came up with a good Dorian Finney-Smith number.
At least this one I found.
I was going to say the first one wasn't that difficult to track down.
Well, I put them all in the same. This is your
my sleuthing era.
Yeah.
So what's the number on there? I don't have it in front of me right now. I think Dorian Finney-Smith is like plus 64.
There, you nailed it. Yes.
Yeah, plus 64
in 11 games. Dorian Finney-Smith is plus 11 or plus 64
in 11 games, and that's the highest on the team in just 11 games. So he's making a massive. It goes to that whole point of you have wing defenders that are making a difference, with Vando eventually going to get closer to that as well.
He filled a real need for this team. They need more wing defense. They need better shooting. They need a certain amount of energy and physicality. DFS does that.
So we went through. We got very nerdy today. We went through lineup combinations, and it looks to me that it was.
Well, that's where Greg's sleuthing really shined.
Greg is a sleuth. So the most successful lineup, and I think this should probably be the starting lineup. It's got a net rating of 34.4, despite the fact that DFS has only been here 11 games. It is LeBron, AD, DFS, Austin Reeves, and Max Christie. There you got a nice balance of offense. You've got wing defenders. I like that lineup a lot, and as of right now, that looks like it should be the starting lineup.
Well, we're gonna get a real chance to see how much JJ,
because
likes
Rui
that
is
lineup.
going to play tonight.
Rui is back available tonight against Philadelphia.
So where do you like Rui better, in the starting lineup or off the bench?
Off the bench.
Off the bench.
Totally agreed.
I think both guys make more sense. I think DFS makes more sense in the starting lineup. I think Rui, you'll get a better version of him coming off the bench.
So I came across this note. This is from Mark Stein, who's a really good writer. I think he's New York Times. Or he's got a Substack.
Substack right now.
Yeah, he's covered the league forever. And he wrote about the Lakers and their search for a big man. He says, league sources stressed over the weekend that the Lakers are not expected to join the hunt for either Nikola Vucevic or Toronto's Jakob Poeltl. While oft-suggested Lakers target Walker Kessler of the Jazz is believed to be as close to unavailable as it gets with less than 10 days to go before the trade deadline. We've talked about Poeltl. We've talked about Kessler. I think both of those guys would be unbelievable fits, but it doesn't seem as though the Lakers are going to move that direction. If they go big, it's going to be somebody lesser down the card as opposed to Poeltl and Kessler.
I don't...
So just it's going along with that a little bit. We're talking about trades. Shams Charania just in. The Sacramento Kings are expected to open up talks to potentially deal All-Star De'Aaron Fox ahead of the February 6th trade deadline. There will be plenty of suitors, but it's believed that Fox has a target destination in mind ahead of 2026 free agency. I don't know what that target destination is.
Come on, Shams, don't leave us hanging.
Okay, so this is the John Ireland. You never know. Somebody could wind up on the trade market that we're not expecting. De'Aaron Fox would be electric with
what this
team.
is?
You have to change everything.
Everything.
You know what this is?
What?
This is the whole board that Rob Pelinka
We now
can
see the board. We
that
now
the
see the
rest
board.
of us don't.
You're absolutely
This is the whole
right.
board.
Yeah.
Right
So
here.
would you give up, let's say it happens to be this. So it's both first-round picks.
Yes.
Rui Hachimura.
Yes.
Austin Reeves.
Okay, I'm glad you went there. This, to me, is the real test of commitment from the Lakers, because if they're serious, I like Austin Reeves. He's a good player. De'Aaron Fox is better than Reeves. He's like 26, 27. He fits perfect for that now and moving forward deadline. This matches the leak that clearly came from the Lakers front office to Shams Charania of ESPN about how, as long as it's like a talent that can fit two timelines, yada, yada. Okay, how serious are you about this?
By the way, and he does fit both.
Yes.
He's for the now and he's for the future. He solves two issues there, and you absolutely, this is one of those situations where you absolutely do not hesitate to give up two first-round
Well, here's
picks.
the thing, too. If you want De'Aaron Fox, if you're the Lakers, I would almost promise you're not getting him without Austin Reeves, just so the Kings can sell trading De'Aaron Fox to this team.
What about...
And more would have to go into that, too. It's probably two first-round picks, Reeves, Rui, and more. Like Vincent or...
Well, they probably don't want
17, 34...
Yeah, probably not. Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Yeah, you can throw Hood-Schifino
Things are going to go in
there.
there. There's going to be extra pieces.
What about Connect instead of
Reeves?
Austin
They won't
Reeves?
do it. I don't think they'll do it.
You don't think
you can't
Sacramento will do it?
sell De'Aaron Fox for Dalton Connect like
Well, he
Andy's
did just
saying.
make the rookie team, though.
Oh, yeah, good for him.
He did just make the rookie Rising Stars team.
You can sell Austin Reeves, and also I think Dalton Connect is a guy that you don't want to.
Well, okay, here's
give away too early.
Oh no, I would look if it comes down to Reeves or Connect, I'm going to trade Connect.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to be that way. He
I
also
would
doesn't make
rather
enough
trade
money.
Dalton, but if the Kings also want to be competitive now, they're going to want Reeves, because even if you think Dalton Connect is going to be a really good player, he's not likely going to be a big playoff factor this year.
So would you include Reeves, Andy?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, if you really want to try to maximize, it's not even just the LeBron era, it's the AD era. AD is on the backside of his prime. He's 31.
Okay, so this is interesting. De'Aaron Fox, this trade passes muster. Rui, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Austin Reeves, along with 2 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox.
How serious are the Lakers?
De'Aaron Fox is going to be great for the next 5-6 years. It's going to be beyond just like being a contributor now.
And look, I mean, I like Austin. Austin's a really good player.
Great.
But you hope that he will end up as good as De'Aaron Fox.
Yes. And that's not his ceiling. I don't think Austin Reeves' ceiling is as high as De'Aaron Fox's ceiling.
But that's my point, is your hope would be that he'd be as good as De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
De'Aaron Fox is as good as De'Aaron Fox.
So you would do it?
Yeah.
Yes, I am all in on that. I know I'm very much the guy, don't trade away the future, but this is the future. This is future.
Yeah.
If you can, because once LeBron's gone, you have De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Davis, then you can start building pieces around.
Right.
You keep DFS, you keep Vando, you keep Connect, you have Max Christie.
If you think of it as an upgrade at point guard, it's a big upgrade from Austin Reeves to De'Aaron Fox.
Yes.
So why would you not upgrade if you have the chance for a player that's going to be here for...
If this is actually viable for the Lakers, and again, I think the Kings would loathe the idea of doing this with the Lakers.
Just because it's the Lakers, yeah.
But if this is actually a possibility for the Lakers, and we'll hear reporting of it, this is a real test to how committed are they to maximizing the right now, because De'Aaron Fox fits every bit of floated criteria. All of it.
And he's got a preferred destination. It's got to be the Lakers, right? That would be his natural.
Where else would it be?
Yeah.
It's not going to be anywhere on the East Coast, like Kentucky.
The Heat.
Heat could be a good spot.
Heat in terms of that whole Jimmy Butler.
Where's
which
De'Aaron
would be
Fox
hilarious
from?
for Phoenix.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
De'Aaron Fox went to Kentucky. So where?
Where's he originally from? I don't know.
Charlotte confirmed?
He's from New Orleans.
Oh, he's from New Orleans. Well, that's not going to be his preferred destination.
That ain't happening.
No, that's not. Nobody said.
I want to play with Zion.
Yeah, I want to go to the Pelicans. No, that's not it. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So we got something we'll do that during Sports Graffiti. That's a really good dilemma. Do you move Austin Reeves in a deal if De'Aaron Fox is on the other end of it? We'll spin the wheel of questions coming up next. Andy Kamenetsky is here for John, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
Where are your glasses? Psyched. I got them right here. I'm not. Okay. See, no, don't you start. I fixed me losing glasses.
I saw you get into, I don't want to say a panic. It wasn't quite a panic.
No, it was a panic.
You were like, where are my glasses? Where are they? Are they on my head? Are they on my shirt? I'm like, dude, just get one of those granny chains and hang them around your neck.
No, you sound like my wife. I'm not going to wear one of those chains. I'm not. I don't care how you dress it up.
Like you said, if you'd be thankful you're human and not a lion, or you would have been eaten by now.
I can still grab. I just can't see up close.
You could granny chain it till you're in your 70s,
Lions
80s, 90s.
Don't need to read like little screens. But I can still scrap.
You've at least blown up your font, right?
No.
Why?
No, because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's just
you
stupid.
need to be able to see it.
Nope, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's like Isaac. I will not let the old men in. I can make my life easier. I just won't do it.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
This is attorney Joseph S. Normand. I'm deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the fires in our community. If you've suffered losses due to the Eaton wildfire, you may be entitled to file a compensation claim. These are complex claims. It's crucial to have an experienced legal team on your side. Please don't hesitate to call me anytime at 213-747-2000, 213-747-2000, or normandlegal.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424
2424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's like to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. The Waba Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
All right, the wheel. Let's see. Can I just mention we're about 25 minutes away from the Luc Robitaille show? Luke, want to make sure you know that. And speaking of Luke, this question came up. So, Scotty Scheffler, who is the golfer who wins most of the tournaments, had a freak injury over the holidays. He says he was making homemade ravioli. So he is out of the PGA, or not out of the PGA, but he's not going to play through the month of January and is missing probably millions of dollars because he always finishes in the top 5. So the question is, what's the stupidest injury you've ever had?
Me?
Yeah, stupidest injury you've ever had.
I've had a few. I tore my ACL and meniscus in a skiing accident because one of my friends was like, "Oh, you should go do that jump." And I said, "Okay." And nobody checked out the landing, and it was powder basically knee deep going straight downhill. I also gave myself a bout of minor plantar fasciitis.
Yeah.
Because there was a table that I was trying to move into a different room in our house, and somehow we couldn't get the table out even though we got it in.
Yeah.
So my solution was I'll start kicking the legs off the table. I'm gonna break the legs off the table by
so
kicking
you did
them.
it? You kicked them?
Yeah, and I didn't get the legs off the table, but I did give myself plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
All right, that is dumb. Bergman, dumb injury?
So this is the stupidest injury I've had
good.
by far. I was probably 7, 8, somewhere below 10 years old. And I got a ball stuck up in a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get the tree down. I was trying to throw different like sticks and things at it, and it couldn't get it down. So I was like, oh, this is heavy. I'll throw that in the air and get it off. It was a brick. I took the brick and I threw it into the air to get it, and I watched it. And it came down and it smacked me right in the back of the head. Yep. Smack dab right in the middle of the back of the head. Yeah. That was a really, really stupid injury. Yeah.
Wow, that's a dumb one.
Yeah. oh, God, that was so dumb.
Yeah, throwing the
I
bricks.
forgot all about it until right now.
I just remembered another dumb one.
Oh, yeah? What else? What other dumb things have
One
you done?
summer in high school, I went to this theater camp at Northwestern. It's a pretty awesome program they do every year.
Cool.
And I learned stage combat. So one of the
nice.
things I learned. And I was showing my parents, hey, I learned how to do like a fake, you get your head slammed into something, except I misjudged the table that I was showing them how to do this. Basically rammed my head straight into this table, like fell backwards, bleeding the whole 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got more than your share.
Well, I was pretty dumb growing up.
Yeah, apparently. What about you? Oh, we got more breaking news. God darn it, this is a breaking news day. What do you got?
Well, I could turn on the microphone. According to Dan Wojcicki, the destination for De'Aaron Fox is apparently not the Los Angeles Lakers. And actually, Shams, too. The Lakers are not part of that destination choice. So it is not. I hate to ruin that whole discussion point. However, Shams is saying it is not the Lakers.
Okay.
For the
Miami
destination.
or the Spurs? That's my guess.
Those two make a lot of sense.
That's
but
my guess.
That sucks.
No, that sucks.
Got to keep Austin
Damn
now.
you, Dan Wojcicki.
That was
Screwed up our
Shams.
exciting day.
Yeah.
No, Wojcicki was the one that said it's not.
No, Shams, too.
Oh, Shams also says
The
it's
Lakers are
not
not part of that destination choice. Shams on ESPN just
All
now.
right, well, never mind. Brian, what about you? Serious, any kind of injury?
I got one that come to mind.
Okay.
You know those basketball hoops outside? You can go to like 8 foot, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was about 18, just graduated high school. It was like 2 days out of high school. My little nephew was about 8 years old, so I thought it'd be fun to dunk on him.
Yep.
in flip-flops, and I rolled the ankle pretty bad, tore some tendons in it.
Oh, did you?
Damaged the nerve that's in my ankle.
Oh, man.
To where even I still deal with it today, where it's my ankle just rolls, and I don't have that nerve that stops it from happening anymore.
Damn.
So it's messed me up
That's
for a
bad
while.
injury. So Duncan and the flip-flops.
Yeah.
We all know yours.
I have many dumb injuries, but here's one I've never talked about. So you were an actor, right? You went to theater school.
Yeah,
an actor. And I was as well.
Thespian.
So I was in the spring musical at Maumee High School. It was Fiddler on the Roof. I was playing Perchik, which is the role nobody really wants.
Who is he?
Perchik is the one who's with the girl and they get engaged and blah, blah, blah.
Tradition.
No, I used to tell myself that I had everything. So anyway, end of Act 1. Mrs. Myers, who was our drama teacher, recruited the entire football team because there's a fight at the end of Act 1 of Fiddler on the Roof. It's a big pogrom. So in the middle of the pogrom, isn't that what it's called?
What is a pogrom? You're just saying words that nobody knows.
No, a pogrom?
Pogrom.
Yeah, pogrom.
Oh, I thought you said program.
Is a violent riot incited with the aim of expelling ethnic people or groups. Yeah, it's a pogrom.
I thought you said program, like you were making the show sound fancy.
A pogrom
Okay.
was a big violent fight. So anyway, two of the football guys wind up taking me down in the middle of that thing. So I broke my leg.
Oh.
But I had my big song at the beginning of Act 2. So with a broken leg, I did that song.
Wow.
And I made the front page of the Toledo Blade the next day. High school actor takes break a leg seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great headline.
It was a good headline, yeah. So that was it.
You're like Tom Cruise when he hurts himself doing these stunts, but he continues
Tom
the
Cruise
scene.
doesn't do his own stunts. Everybody thinks it's CGI.
It's real.
Bergman, it's CGI.
No, absolutely
Tom
not.
Cruise.
This is your whole thing, and it just makes no sense. Everybody that works with him says he does all his own stunts.
I've not spoken to anybody directly about this.
You haven't, but that's what people come out and say. Yeah, it's crazy what he's doing.
Brian, do you think he does his own stunts?
I believe he flies the plane, but nothing else.
Yeah, nothing.
You don't think he's standing by holding on with one hand?
No.
Yeah,
so
he's
you
running
don't
up the
think
side
that,
of the
like
building?
the Olympics, for example, the skydive. You don't think he did any of that?
I think he probably did skydive, but I mean, I've skydived.
He broke both his wrists and ankles at one.
Yeah, he broke his ankle doing a stunt for one of the Mission Impossibles.
Right. Yeah. You think he just broke his ankle? I was doing a stunt.
He may have tried to dunk wearing flip-flops, and that's what happened.
Tom Cruise never wears flip-flops.
No. I met somebody who got the Tom Cruise Christmas cake.
Oh.
Do you watch Severance?
No, but I know what cake you're talking
Yeah,
about. The one
Christmas
in the
cake.
Valley.
Yeah, in
They
the
make this
Valley,
in the
Doan's
Valley.
Bakery. Yeah.
Yes.
So I had Tremel Tillman he plays Mr. Milchick on Severance. He told me he got the Christmas cake because he's in Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
It's supposed to be an amazing cake.
We've had it. We brought it in one day. What was the verdict on the cake?
It was all right.
I wasn't in that day.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Didn't Momo bring it in, right?
Momo, no, yeah, I think Momo brought it in. We sent them to other people. They're delicious, but they're not.
I thought it was nothing special.
It's kind of oversold.
But it's a little bit different, though, when you're getting it from Tom Cruise.
Of course it is
That's
different.
That's going to feel a little different than, respectfully, from Ramona.
From Ramona, right. You can get your cake from Tom Cruise. You can get your cake from Ramona.
Yeah.
Probably opt for the Tom Cruise cake. All right, we're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Let's pretend Dan Woike and Shams Charania did not say that the Lakers are not the preferred destination for De'Aaron Fox. We threw out that question. It's kind of an interesting test. Would you give up Austin Reeves in a trade for De'Aaron Fox? Also, Lakers win last night. Dodgers, we're going to talk about. They're eyeing yet another reliever. What are you wide-eyed about, Andy? Did something just come in?
No. I was imagining, by the way, like if Austin Reeves was listening today, how we spent like the last 20 minutes trading him. And apparently the Lakers aren't even on De'Aaron's list. Now we're like, hey, Austin. Buddy.
Hey, Austin, yeah.
Hey, man, if he's listening to Sports Talk Radio, that's what you're going to get.
But this is hypothetical. Right? Yeah. So if you got a take on that, cool. Dodgers, again, Jeff Passan comes out and says they're destroying other teams' belief. For them.
Aww.
Boo-hoo.
Their tears taste delicious.
So sorry. Yeah. So 877-710-ESPN. We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Andy in for John, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Harbaugh on my most hated team, the Chargers, and then you give me my favorite coach, Pete Carroll, to the Raiders in the same division, you're looking at a Raider fan, people. Okay. Raiders!
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport, and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Attention fire victims. I'm Garen Majarian, an attorney at Majarian Law Group. If your property was damaged or destroyed by the recent wildfires, you are probably confused and concerned about your path to recovery. With the massive amount of lawyer advertising, before you retain a lawyer, it is important that you speak to the lawyer, not a clerk, not an assistant. Speak to a lawyer who will come out to your property and handle your case. At Majarian Law Group, we have the experience in handling fire cases. We are here to guide you, and we will provide you an honest and fair evaluation about your potential claims. Call us today for a free consultation at 800-485-1049. If your home was destroyed, you may also have claims against third parties, such as Southern California Edison. Call us today, 800-485-1049. 800-485-1049.
When disaster strikes, you deserve an ally who truly understands the value of your home and your peace of mind. Are you facing fire damage? Despite your diligent insurance payments, your insurance company might fall short when it's time to file a claim. Do not let them underpay you. Feeling pressured to use subpar contractors or maybe ignored after all these years of loyalty? That's when you turn to Avner Gatt, California's premier public adjusting firm. With over 20 years of experience, Avner Gatt's team brings unparalleled industry expertise, having worked within the insurance sector themselves. They offer a free initial consultation and boast a vast network of experts to accurately assess your damages. They're trusted by lawyers, contractors, and real estate professionals alike. Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. Call for your free consultation today. You can visit avnergatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, avnergatt.com, or call 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
I gave up football to be a cheerleader because I like to lift spirits and people. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Big game blowout. Watch the game, score freebies, and play in our $10,000 big game bonus hot seats the 9th.
Number 2.
Shy and Montel Jordan, live February 15th.
And the number 1 reason.
The Big Game Blitz. It's the biggest indoor tailgate in SoCal. The big game in our ballroom.
Morongo, good times.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. The Luc Robitaille Show on your home of LA Kings hockey. Don't miss it, coming up at 1:15 this afternoon with Mason Ante on 710.
Yep, Luc Robitaille Show coming up in just a minute here. In the meantime, your calls, 877-710-ESPN. Anything is fair game today. De'Aaron Fox apparently on the trade block for the Sacramento Kings. Lakers not his preferred destination. we've theorized that his destination might be Miami.
I think Miami could make sense. I think San Antonio could make sense.
Yeah.
According to Frank Isola, the Nets are in play. A source told Isola that they're one of the options.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see the appeal to De'Aaron.
No, I don't see that at all. But I don't think he has any say in it.
Houston, we were talking off air. Houston could be interesting.
Yeah, great. You mentioned San Antonio.
I think
play with Wemby.
If I'm De'Aaron Fox, I would seriously consider that.
Yeah. All right, we got. Oh my God! There's so much breaking news.
So
today.
much. This from Matthew Peralta. Breaking: De'Aaron Fox traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers and is expected to sign an extension with 99% of the guaranteed money deferred.
Deferred, yeah.
Dodgers give up no-name prospects and a slice of bread.
Okay, there you go. De'Aaron Fox to the Dodgers.
Everybody else goes there.
Okay, got an open line, 877-710-ESPN. Let's go to JT to start things off. JT, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's going on, man?
Hey, am I the only one that is so upset that we're still cleaning up Magic's mess? We're going to trade away the farm for a player that we could have drafted. We're looking for a center when Zubac is next door doing his thing for like the last 6 years.
Yep.
I mean, come on. This is the guy. I'm so mad at Magic. I love him as a player, but as a GM, he's like the bane of my existence. I can't stand him.
Interesting. The anti-Magic Johnson call of the day.
Didn't see that one coming out.
Way out on a limb there in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think it's
how
safe.
much is Magic to blame for the spot we're in now? I mean, did he trade Mike Muscala?
Yes.
He traded for Mike Muscala for
Yes, he did.
Ivica
He traded
Zubac.
He wanted
Mike
Lonzo over Tatum and Fox. Yeah.
What else? But he was instrumental in signing LeBron. Apparently,
Well,
he
he
was
almost-
I think at LeBron's house the night that Saturday.
I think Los Angeles was more instrumental in signing LeBron to the
But
Lakers than Magic.
did go out there and
He
met
did.
with him and all that stuff.
Basically, he didn't crash the plane, and that was all that it really took. Just let LeBron land the plane. Don't let it crash. He'll stay.
He almost screwed up the Kawhi Leonard thing. Well, he kind of did, where he said, nobody talk about Kawhi Leonard. He said, let's talk about Kawhi Leonard.
No, that was Paul George.
Was it Paul George?
It was Paul George. The wink-winky thing? Are you talking about the wink-wink?
No, he was talking Kawhi's people said, do not talk about anything.
Oh, right.
And Magic came out.
I
and
don't
was
think Kawhi was ever coming.
Yeah,
I don't
always
either,
thought that was
but
a figment of everybody's imagination. But let's
it was
see.
like the Shohei thing.
But he did
Don't talk about Shohei.
He did exit under very good terms.
I'm not going to be here.
No, he
I
actually
became a meme
effortlessly
because I was standing next to Magic.
and with a great deal of grace said, "I'm out of here." Blindsided everybody. Let's go to Spoiler Jerry. Hey, Jerry, what did we spoil?
Hey, Mason, I thought you were going to call it What the Puck with Luc Robitaille.
Here's the thing. We like What the Puck. We're going to bounce it off Luke before we actually change the name of the Luc Robitaille show, because if you had your name on a show, would you really want to be replaced with What the Puck? But we're stay tuned, because we're definitely going to ask Luke about it.
Awesome. Also, I kind of like the Laker team the way they are right now. I wouldn't mess with them.
Wouldn't mess with them, okay? I think you're either getting better or you're getting worse. Got to get a little better.
Don't
Got to get a little
necessarily
better.
disagree with him.
You think they should do nothing?
Well, if you can get a big, if you can get another ball handler, sure. And you trade everything for a guy like De'Aaron Fox. You trade a guy for somebody like Anthony Edwards, not for just anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think, and again, Mark Stein reported Walker Kessler is virtually really difficult to get.
I have never bought for a second that Walker Kessler has ever been available. It makes no sense for Utah.
Jakob Poeltl is available. Would be a really good fit, I think. You're not a Jakob Poeltl guy?
It's not that I'm not a Jakob Poeltl fan. It depends on what it would take to bring him in, but he's not.
Would you give up 2 first-round picks?
God, no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Right, and that's what he's going to want. That's what
I wouldn't
Danny
even-
Ainge is going to go for.
I don't know if I'd give up a first for Jakob Poeltl.
You don't think?
I don't know if
I
would.
like Jakob Poeltl.
But how much is
What
he
about
worth?
if you got Bruce Brown with him? Bruce Brown and Jakob Poeltl.
Together, maybe at first. But here's the thing. Jakob Poeltl, I think, there's only so much you're going to play him, because Anthony Davis is a center that's way better
but
than
he
him.
wants to play alongside a center. He literally came out and said
I know,
that.
and you know what? He says this every year.
He does. You're right. I mean, as
to quote Don
as
Draper, that's what the money's
well,
for.
as JJ said, this is not a new story.
We know that he wants to, but guess what? The best version of this team and Anthony Davis is him at center. Like, sorry. That's how you get the best players on the court is with AD at center. It gives you the best combinations. Like, I'm sure he wants a center.
Okay. Let me get one more in here. Let's go to Juan. Not my Juan. You're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Juan, what's up?
Hey, man, I just wanted to comment on the dude that talked about Magic Johnson.
Yes.
Is he the one that got LeBron?
I believe he was instrumental in getting LeBron, yes.
Then he delivered. He got us a championship. It wasn't going to happen with the trash team the Lakers had.
You're absolutely right, Juan. He deserves credit for that.
Yeah, look, it happened under his watch. He deserves credit for it. I'm just saying, I think LeBron...
He went to LeBron's house. He had a big PowerPoint presentation.
That's what swayed him, the PowerPoint.
A PowerPoint presentation is always like, I mean business.
It's probably the first one LeBron had ever seen.
Right.
The first PowerPoint ever.
By the way, I guarantee you that everybody that interviews for a head coaching job has a PowerPoint presentation, don't they? That's like part of the deal.
PowerPoint?
No? PowerPoint presentation. I was told.
People still make them?
Yeah, they do. I was told that Steve Sarkisian, when he was up for the USC job, went to USC and interviewed and had a PowerPoint presentation.
It feels dated.
Meanwhile, Ed Orgeron had a little notebook. Just a little notebook with some scribbles.
And neither one worked out.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. There's your sports. We got Luc Robitaille show. This is the first time you've heard it, right, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, Luke.
It's the first time I've been a part of it.
Week 1, episode 1 was fantastic. Episode 2 of the Luc Robitaille show is coming up next. In the meantime, let me tell you about Hyundai. I'm telling you, I love my Hyundai. I drive an Elantra. Beautiful car. I've been driving it for a year. Gets unbelievable gas mileage. Happiest I've ever been with the car. I work with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, and they've got so many rides that you should check out. You should definitely check out the stylish Sonata, the Santa Fe if you want to go with an SUV, or the Ioniq 6 if you want to go EV. Long driving range and cutting-edge technology. As always, every Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to every journey in a brand-new Hyundai. Do like I did. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Sedano and Cap. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash, Cappy. So run your game all season long on PrizePicks.
You could take $20 and literally multiply it by 1,000 times and turn it into $20,000. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the code Cappy. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's Cappy, Kappy, for our first-time users. And, George, the big game is coming.
Oh, it's almost here, Cappy, so don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game.
Also, a free square on one of the starting quarterbacks in the big game. All they have to do is throw for 1 yard and you win. So download the PrizePicks app, use the code Cappy, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus instantly.
PrizePicks, run your game.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high-interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage. Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday, around 1:15, and it is time for the legend.
Gretzky at center. Here's Gretzky in the other zone. Gretzky drops it. Here's Robitaille. Shoots. Score!
He's the president of your Los Angeles Kings, and of course a legend on the ice as well. Time for the Luc Robitaille Show with Mason and Ireland, now Tuesdays around 1:15, right here on your home of the Los Angeles Kings, 710 ESPN, the Luc Robitaille Show right now on Mason and Ireland.
And once said by Luc Robitaille, he joins us now on the Luc Robitaille Show. Luc, what's going on, man?
When did we decide that it was a Luc Robitaille Show?
We named it the Luc
Was that
Robitaille Show.
decided by both of you last week?
Yeah, no, we actually were told that it's the Luc Robitaille Show. Now, somebody wanted to rename it. Somebody called in and said, what about What the Puck with Luc Robitaille? Now, how do you feel about that?
I'm good with that.
I think it's a catchy title. No, we got unbelievable ratings for the very first Luc Robitaille Show. Everybody is in on this thing now. And the one thing I wanted to ask you about, on the road trip right now, is this the dad's trip that's going on right now?
Yeah, it's a dad's trip, but we lost the first two, so we sent him home.
Oh, did you really? You sent the dads home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you at least... the way our rules work with the CBA, they can only do 2 games. So they pretty much went home either this morning or this afternoon. They're going back home. Yeah, maybe a couple of the dads will come on their own, but unfortunately, the way it works, because everything is checked because we're on a hard cap. You can't spend above what you're supposed to. So most of them are going home today. Yeah.
Now, were there any?
It had nothing to do with the loss.
Did they get in trouble? Did anybody get in trouble, like hijinks and shenanigans on the road?
This one was pretty calm. We've had in the past a few dads have had extra fun, but this one was pretty calm. I mean, they really enjoy themselves. I think what's really cool for the dads to see and travel with his son and be part of like going to practice and all, pregame meals and so forth, and see where it goes. Because what we always hear from them, they never expect it to be the way it is. You think the life of a professional athlete is great, which it is, but it's still very demanding. Getting on the plane, getting up in the morning, going to practice, and figuring out what's next. And so it's a great experience for them.
Without naming any names, can you let us know some of the most out of control dads, like what they did?
Right.
Like what's a good Dad's Gone Wild story?
Dad's Gone Wild. I love that.
Well, one year we took him to Nashville. And, there's that one street where they got all the bars. So let's just say, without naming any name, it was hard to get a couple out of the bar.
I believe that. So, hey, Drew.
And that year we got them all like cowboy hats, and it was kind of fun. We went to a cowboy hat place, and we got them all like fitted for hats. It was kind of fun to see them around, but a couple of them got a little out of control.
So I understand Drew Doughty is coming back, huh?
Yeah. He's really, really close. He's actually been working real hard, and it's been a long rehab, so he's pumped to come back right now, yeah. It's like for us guys, it's like making a big trade. You're always looking to make your team better. The fact that he hasn't played one game this year and now he gets to come back, that's the best trade we could make.
Luke, I am a little dumb on this. When is the NHL trade deadline?
I'm dumb too, but I think it's March 5th.
March 5th. Now, is this like working the phones and all that kind of stuff? March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Are you working the phones and like talking to everybody and trying to think, hey, I can make this team better somehow?
Yeah, the way trades work, probably it's all sports, is GMs talks all year, and they're letting other GMs know what they're looking for, what kind of position, and then they kind of know some teams who they want to move and who they don't want to move. So there's constant talk, and then they'll say, look, I'm looking, let's say, for a winger. So if you ever want to move a winger, let me know. So then they start talking to each other when stuff like that happens. So I would say by the time a trade happens, you've probably been talking for a month or two with different teams.
Right.
Like there was a big trade in our league last Friday, Rantanen, and that one was kind of came out real quickly. But I would say probably a few people knew that there was some chance that this kid might be moved. You still never know.
Yeah.
But there's definitely was talk before it happens.
So now you have got, and I love this, a big celebrity hockey game coming up. It's called Skate for LA Strong. It's going to be at Crypto on Sunday, February the 23rd. There are details still to come on this, but it's for fire relief, people that have first responders, people who have been displaced, firefighters, all that kind of. It's so cool. Now, what celebrities are the big hockey celebrities? Who are the people you expect to play?
Well, in the past, we've had Bieber play. Jason he's actually just a pretty good player.
Really?
Taylor Kitsch is a really good player, if you guys know him.
I know him, yeah.
That's true. I know Michael Bublé plays. Back in the days, Mike Myers used to play, and some of the guys, but I haven't seen Mike play in a long time.
I did it one time, and Keanu Reeves was the goalie. Do you know if he's still around?
Yeah, he's a goalie, but I haven't seen him play. And then last time I think he was on the ice, he had these old-fashioned, like a still skin color, like an animal skin color leather pads.
Yep.
So that's how far it goes. So I'm not sure Keanu still plays, but he's still a hockey fan, And but some of the other guys that play, there's a bunch of TV guys that play too. It's just like, we have a good group of following of guys. Steve Carell was a goalie.
Wow.
I don't think I would put the pressure on him to play again. But, so we're doing good with that. I think that the biggest thing for us is to bring as many folks as possible. And the idea what we're doing, guys, is we're not going to sell tickets. We're getting partners that are going to donate money towards the foundation. We got the building that will donate everything. We're going to try to donate food to the people. And the idea is to bring as many responders and their family and to say thank you to them. And also we'll bring some displaced evacuees families and their kids that, they haven't had that much fun or they haven't had an opportunity to kind of take an afternoon off and treat them as good as possible. And behind it, we want our hockey world and all of our friends to come in and raise as much money as possible. They'll be televised. And then at the same time, when they're there, it gives them an opportunity to say thank you because hopefully we got a few thousand of those, first responders in the building.
So what can I do? How can I help? What do you need?
Well, by talking about it now, that helps, okay?
Yep.
The other thing is if you guys are available to come, it'd be awesome, because you're so prominent in the city. So I'll reach back out to you guys. I understand everyone's life. We always
but I'm fully in, Luke. I'm fully in to,
do you have
to
the
be
anthem
at that event.
covered, Luke?
Yeah, the anthem.
So I'll send you, but having you guys there and being able to say a few things there and then help us raise money because everything you guys say, and when we talk to people, we might all have stories we can share too, and we'll try to produce it against around it, and then that'll go back on TV and they'll give everybody a chance to kind of donate to help and because as we know, people that don't live in this city, it almost when you're not watching the news, it feels like it's over, and we all know it's not over. We all have friends that are still looking for a place. We know the rebuild's going to start, and that's going to be way harder than, or in a different way than it was even last week. So there's going to be a lot of work to be done, and a lot of people are going to need help in the next few years in this great city.
So one of the things that I think is cool is you're doing this in February the 23rd, and by that time, some people think a tragedy is in the moment and then forget that it continues. Like it's going to be hard for people in February and March and on and on. So you're calling attention to it weeks after it happened, and I think that's really valuable because people forget.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, we all go about our lives. We all feel bad. I remember, if you remember Katrina, I mean, it was like years it took, for people to come back. So we have to be aware in our city, even though we might not go in that neighborhood sometimes, that it's going to be like that for a long, long time, and a lot of people are going to need help.
Yeah. Well, listen, this road trip off to a slow start. What's with the lull? I guess 4-5-1 over the last 10 games. What's going on?
Yeah. We actually, funny enough, we like the way we're playing. We're not giving up much. We're not scoring goals. So we all do data now in sports, and you look back, and the computer keeps telling me we're winning, but we're not on the scoreboard. So
wait a minute. So are you?
Computer?
Is that analytics? Or does hockey use analytics?
Yeah. Our analytics tells us we win, but we don't win. So that's the problem.
I actually wanted to ask you about that, Luke.
So we have all these analysts working for us. I'm like, guys, you keep telling me we're winning, but then when I look at the scoreboard and I read all the people are mad, we're not winning. Can you help me with that? But no, in all seriousness, we're not playing bad. Like we're just not. It's simple. We're not getting puck luck to score some goals. But what I like about what we're doing is we're still not giving up much. So usually the trend is if you keep doing this, sooner or later you're going to turn things around. And, you got to – it's called like play honest. So keep playing, keep believing in what you do and keep doing it over and over again. Or over an 82-game season, you'll be ahead of it. And that's what I see. Now, obviously, you want to win the next game because we're in the present. We live in the present when you're in sports. So you got to play and win the next one, and then after that, you get ready for the next one. But I would say I'm not worried the way we're playing yet, but you got to find a way to pull a few together.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you, Luke, because you guys have been one of the best defensive teams in hockey this year. You're the second lowest goals allowed in the entire league, but the scoring is low. Like mentally, how hard is that for a team to win that way?
Well, it's not hard for a team to win that way because when you're good defensively, I mean, everybody's doing it. So it's easy to grab the troops and to say, guys, because whenever you're doing something as a group, it's easier if everybody's doing it together. What's hard is when you're not scoring and guys personally start putting pressure on themselves to score goals. And that's when sometimes the trend breaks defensively. We haven't seen that yet, but I do know that some guys are putting pressure on themselves to score goals or to produce to help the team. And you just don't want your trend to play as a team to be really good defensively to change. And so far has not. And that's why, we're seeing that if we can keep that trend of being good defensively, offensively, some guys are going to start getting a couple breaks, and next thing you know, the puck starts going in for them.
Well, listen, I'm so excited about the event. That was not. That was Luke.
Was not. That is uncalled for.
That is uncalled for. I agree. We use that all the time, Luke. We pull stuff from your interview and we turn it into a bit. We do it with everybody. In fact, listen to Sean McVay.
I said I should smash you right now.
There's McVay. Everybody does this. Here's former Angels manager Joe Madden. Analytics are always right, correct?
Wow. No.
That's exactly what you're experiencing right now. Analytics are saying you're winning and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on.
You're right.
Here's Les Snead, general manager of the Rams.
Mason is wrong.
Mason is wrong.
Well, that should be every guest.
Oh, come on, man. All right. Hey, listen, I'm really excited for the big event, Sunday, February 23rd, 3 p.m. Details to come. We'll talk about it in the next couple of Luc Robitaille shows. Excited about that and really, really excited to be there. It's a great event and a great cause. So, Luc, we thank you. Another successful Luc Robitaille show.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good week, guys.
Thanks. You too,
Okay.
Luc. All right,
bye-bye.
There's Luc Robitaille of the L.A. Kings.
He loved What the Puck.
What the Puck. He's into that. Bergman, what do you think? What the Puck?
I see he was into it. I like it. We should probably just go with it. He's really, really good,
He's
by
fun.
the way.
He's a fun guy.
He's fun. He's open. He'll talk about anything. That's the type of guest we should have.
So what I was thinking for that February, we should do something to chip in on that February 23rd thing.
Sure. I'll talk to Deshay and we'll get it worked out with the team.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Is Ireland in town that day?
Is it February? You said February 23rd?
February 23rd.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you exactly where he's going to be.
Because I'm thinking I'll play goalie. Ireland can try to score on me.
He will score on you every time.
No, I'm telling you, I can play goalie.
It puts
I think.
you guys. Remember a couple years ago, the bit you guys were on the ice outside LA Live. It puts you
I'm
right
terrible
back
on the ice.
again.
Terrible on the ice. But I can stand there and block a shot.
He should be home. He's going to be flying home right after the game on Friday the 22nd from Denver.
We'll ask him about it. That
We
would be fun.
totally dropped, I guess, the puck rather than the ball.
Yep.
We didn't get a scouting report on Bublé.
That's right. Michael Bublé and Bieber, these guys can apparently play. Canadian. Bieber's Canadian.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Bublé Canadian? My mom is in love with Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé is now my mom's hall pass.
Do you think he's a goon?
Sound Canadian?
You think Bublé's a goon?
Bublé is not a goon.
You don't think he's a goon?
No, I do not believe he's a goon.
Yep, he's from Burnaby, Canada. Is that Burnaby?
Yeah, my mom wants to meet him so bad.
got a great
She wants
voice.
to. My mom wants to go to the
Is that her
boys'
hall
show.
pass?
That's her hall pass. Is Michael
Your
Bublé.
mom's hall pass.
Yeah, she says she's in.
Bublé's hall pass?
Yeah, probably not my mom. What city has got the worst traffic? Worldwide, we got bad traffic here, but in the world, who's got the best city? And is an introductory press conference everything? We'll get to that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Andy's in for John, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
What else did I say? I said Sean Payton will be exactly what Mike McCarthy is. A guy who won a Super Bowl 15 years ago, and everybody hires him because they think they've got some kind of special sauce. Pete Carroll got special sauce. And here's a declaration, not a statement,
A declaration?
not a comment, not a hot take, none of those
Una
things.
declaración?
See, this is a declaration.
Yeah.
You're looking at a brandly new minted Raider fan, people.
Oh, here we go.
I'm all in. Because let me tell you something. When Pete Carroll was at USC and Jim Harbaugh was at Stanford, there was a great rivalry between those two guys. You put Jim Harbaugh on my most hated team, the Chargers, and then you give me my favorite coach, Pete Carroll, to the Raiders in the same division, you're looking at a Raider fan, people.
Raiders! The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Enjoy New Year savings at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SC for just $209 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Visit us today at Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. $34.99 due at signing, includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, $85 doc fee, and registration. No security deposit required. Subject to HMF credit approval, expires 02/03/2025.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, AC, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And as the wildfires continue to affect us here in the Los Angeles area, Next Gen is committed to helping you protect your home and loved ones. And at Next Gen, they're offering a free standard 1-inch air filter to LA homeowners who have an existing heating or AC unit. Homeowners can receive a standard 1-inch air filter for free just by calling 833-3-NEXT-GEN or Next Gen Air and Plumbing today. This offer is available now through the end of January.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321-321. That's LION to 321-321.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Another successful Luc Robitaille show in the middle of the Mason and Ireland show. It's like a nesting doll. It's like the show within the show.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? So I just got this note. Magic Johnson announces that the Dodgers owner Mark Walter, the Walter Family Foundation, and the Dodgers Foundation will contribute $100 million towards Southern California wildfire recovery and rebuilding.
That's awesome.
That's really, really good. And got this little piece of, we'll continue the theme on breaking news. We mentioned that De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings are interested in trading De'Aaron Fox potentially. We thought originally the Lakers, then we were told that it is another destination, and now we know the destination, according to multiple sources. De'Aaron Fox, if he leaves the Kings via trade, his preferred landing spot is the San Antonio Spurs.
That makes a ton of sense.
Ooh.
If you're looking at this from Fox's perspective, I could hitch my wagon to the guy that might be the best player in the league very soon for a decade.
Close to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, close to it now. That's interesting. That would be an amazing 1-2 combination, yeah. De'Aaron Fox with Wemby.
Do they immediately become possible contenders this year?
Contenders is super strong.
But, I mean, if you have a freak like Wemby and you put De'Aaron Fox next to him, they can win a lot of games.
I think they're too far. They're too far back right now. I think to put themselves in a position where they can really make a playoff run.
I mean, you're only halfway through the season,
right? But they're currently 2.5 games out of the 10 seed. Like, to get themselves out of the play-in,
5 games out of the 6.
Well, they can probably get into the play-in.
Sure, they could, but I'm saying, like, as far as like contention, like getting to the Western Conference Finals, that feels like a little too soon.
Right.
But you start next year with a Fox Wemby Foundation, that's good.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, we'll continue to follow that. I came across this story. You know, LA is known for its traffic. Mm-hmm. We're very proud of the fact that we are gridlocked most of the time. Where do you think LA ranks in terms of the top 10 traffic cities?
In the country or
in
the
world?
Oh, in the world. I was saying country.
In the world. And by the way, there are 2 American cities there that are apparently have worse traffic than LA.
So in the top 10, there's 2 ahead of LA?
2 ahead of LA.
In America. Wow. So they're obviously in the top 10.
New York is going to be ahead of LA.
Yep, New York is definitely ahead of LA.
And then the second.
So I don't think it's this anymore, but when I was living in Hawaii, it was the worst traffic in the United States.
It's not that, but I've also experienced the same thing in Hawaii. here's where it goes. New York is number 2. There's another American city in there. Worst traffic.
San Francisco?
And it's number 3. No, not San Francisco.
No, where else would in Miami?
No, Chicago.
Chicago.
Number 3. Third worst traffic city in the country. In
with all
the
those Ls?
world. In the world. So what do you think the worst traffic? Where is it in the world?
Shanghai.
Germany.
Japan.
None of the above. Really? Yeah. Number 1 is
India. Somewhere in India?
Jakarta.
Yeah,
That's India, right?
With the
so,
tuk-tuks.
So Jakarta is there at number 7. LA is number 8.
Jakarta is Indonesia.
Indonesia. Sorry about that. My apologies. Michael Thompson would scold me if he was here. He'd
Pepe
be so
would be
angry.
losing his mind.
Number 1, Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah, apparently tough traffic town. Mexico City is number 4.
I've heard Mexico City is brutal.
London's 5. Paris 6. Jakarta 7. LA 8. Cape Town 9. And Brisbane number 10. So there you have that. We're not as bad as we think we are.
It's still pretty bad.
I tell you what, I'm super lucky in the traffic department because
go against
I'm always going the opposite direction. So when I come to work, I'm going west, everybody else is going east. When I go, east, and everybody's going west. And then when I go home, I'm going west and everybody's going east. East 10 east is brutal in the afternoon.
You're lucky. I live 16 miles away, which is not very far.
Right.
16 miles. It takes me 45 minutes to an hour both ways.
Yeah. Takes me about 30 minutes. What about you, Andy?
It takes me 15 minutes to get here.
Oh,
Where
shut
are
up.
I live mid-city.
Oh, mid-city, yeah.
I wasn't
that's not bad.
complaining.
Oh, that's
No, you're bragging.
yeah, exactly.
No,
exactly.
brag.
Well, I mean, look,
15
location.
Yes, it is.
And
Mid-city's
time
nice,
of
too.
day.
Yeah.
You have a perfect time of day for both your location and where you live. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah. By the way, there are thousands of people downstairs. It looks like the biggest convention I've ever seen. There were probably 140 people in Starbucks when I went in there this morning.
Does it have anything to do with the Grammys?
I don't think it does.
It's starting Sunday, right?
I think it's a bunch of people like business suit guys.
Well, the JW has conventions there all the time.
That's what it is, but this is the biggest convention I've seen. It is
I don't know, I haven't
crazy
gone down
downstairs. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. I've got, by the way, that introductory press conference thing, we all probably have heard now. Liam Cohen of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval.
Just ridiculous.
We'll get into that coming up next for you after What's Up, Fool. In the meantime, let me tell you about Sleeper. So, Brian, you got anything rolling on Sleeper tonight?
Not tonight. I will say I missed out last night. I had a 4-leg, had three Lakers, and then LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Hit the 3 Lakers, and LaMelo Ball got voided. I would have hit, so I got refunded. But
Yeah.
nah.
I'm telling you, Sleeper makes every game more fun. So, like tonight, I'm going to play Sleeper. And I'm going to play the Lakers game because I'm watching the Lakers game and I can follow along. I'm telling you, if you have not done Sleeper, if you've not downloaded the app, you've got to. It is the better way to play daily fantasy. All you got to do is pick 2 players' stats and pick more than or less than, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Again, everybody's doing this. Download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. You get $55 in free entries when you play $5. Again, download the Sleeper app. Fantastic app. Great to make the games more interesting. And special offer, play $5. You get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app and use code 710. You got to be 18. Promo code locations. Other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
No, I got to get one of those LAFD hats. Because I don't have a
Hi,
Rams
my
hat.
name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping
the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Selmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Superhydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that.
Oh, that's right.
How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. We haven't done that in a while. Look at that. It has the whole thing put together now. All right, so I don't know if you believe this or not. This is according to Pop Crave. Pop Crave. Christopher Walken was talking to the Wall Street Journal, and he says, I don't have technology. I only have a satellite dish on my house. So I've seen Severance on DVDs that they are good enough to send me. I don't have a cell phone. I've never emailed, or what do you call it, twittered. I've never had a watch either. But if I need the time, I just ask somebody. Do you believe
that is like living under a rock?
Okay. Do you believe him?
Christopher Walken.
Should we do it in a Christopher Walken voice?
I don't.
Does
anybody have
technology?
I don't.
I only
don't have a watch.
A satellite dish
That's
on my
pretty-
house.
That's good, Bergman.
So
That's good. That's Jay Moore level. No, it's not Jay Moore level.
It's not
Jay Moore does the best Christopher Walken.
I learned from Jay. I listened to him.
Yeah.
very many
By the way, we're all doing impressions of Jay doing impressions.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, it's 4 or 5 layers deep.
Yeah.
Never twittered.
Okay. I've never sent a Twitter. I've never been online sending a tweet Or I guess it's called now an X. I've never done that.
Formerly known.
If Christopher Walken does not own a watch, that would be so ironic because one of his most famous scenes ever is the watch monologue in Pulp Fiction.
That's right.
Put a watch
up my
ass.
Yes.
For 2
He
years.
saved the watch.
I give that watch to you.
Yes.
But like that would be crazy if he of all people doesn't own a watch.
You know, he's probably happier without all the technology.
It's so much better. I'm
All
sure.
he's got is a
You know what?
landline.
Here's why.
Isn't Bill Murray the same way?
He
Only
doesn't
has
have
a
an
landline.
agent or a cell phone.
Yeah.
I believe this because I remember I read this like 30 years ago and it stayed with me because it was so striking. Christopher Walken in an interview saying like, I have very few friends. Like my wife is my only friend.
Huh.
He's like, I really don't have any friends.
Interesting.
So a guy who has no friends, it's believable that
No friends and no cell phone and no
tweets.
I mean,
emails.
All your
watches.
friends would probably just do you back to you all the time, and that would be
that's
very
true.
annoying.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think this probably is Christopher Walken, and it does make some sense.
I mean, out of all the celebrities out there, this one does.
Yeah.
only
Nobody else is watching Severance. He's on Severance. Really good on Apple. It's on Apple Plus.
I
Yeah.
watch on DVD.
He's watching it
Just
on DVD.
the DVDs.
Just
He's
the
great in
DVD
it.
player.
For 2 years.
All right, guys, I don't think we talked about this, but the Cowboys hired a new coach. And listen to Jerry Jones' introductory kind of press conference here. Let's take a little listen.
Now, I get my proverbial ass kicked over needing people in my comfort zone. Without this thing being about me in any way, if you don't think I can't operate out of my comfort zone, you're so wrong. It's unbelievable. This is as big a risk as you could take. As big a risk as you could take. No head coaching experience.
Now, how would you feel?
Brian is sitting there.
Right, sitting right next to him.
Schottenheimer sitting right there. I am taking a huge risk.
Right. How would you feel as a Cowboys
This effing
fan?
guy I just hired this guy?
Yeah.
This guy.
That is, I think that's extraordinary that he is sitting there with Brian Schottenheimer saying, I'm taking a big risk. I'm outside my comfort zone.
Would you hire this guy?
By the way, more happened in that press conference too. They introduced Brian Schottenheimer.
Yep.
Everybody cheered, and they said, "And Stephen Jones," and nobody did a thing.
Yeah,
there
that's
was no
funny.
cheering. There was no nothing.
Did you notice too how Jerry Jones, after saying without making this about me, proceeded to make it all about him?
That is true.
All
That is true.
about him.
Isn't that right away what happens when you say, "Not to make it about me, but"?
Yeah. By the way, he's completely in his comfort zone. He just went with his offensive coordinator. There's not going to be radical changes with the Cowboys. He's just turning it over to the OC because they couldn't work out a deal with McCarthy. And by the way, they interviewed guys that aren't being interviewed. Brian Schottenheimer didn't do any other head coaching interviews. He interviewed Kellen Moore, again, not a head coaching candidate to the best of my knowledge anywhere. Interesting guy. Robert Saleh, who's been a head coach, Leslie Frazier, who's been a head coach, and Brian Schottenheimer. Those were the 4 people he interviewed. Didn't interview Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel or any of the really hot commodities out there. And in the end, he just said, well, you're already here, so why don't you stick around and be the head coach?
Why don't you just get it? And then you know what? We'll bring Matt Eberflus in for you too. So
Yeah.
you have a former head coach, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, this is Alec. Let me make sure I got this right. This is Alex Smith. On ESPN and NFL Countdown. You're bringing in someone that was already inside as the assistant coach. You lose. I'm sorry, you haven't been to an NFC Championship game since 1995, so that is the worst in the conference by a long shot. Next, the Bears, and it was 2010. So by all measures, from a postseason standpoint, you're the worst team in the conference. The entire thing is bizarre, doesn't make sense. Again, I like Shoddy, but this is an upgrade over Mike McCarthy? It's a good question. Is that really? Does he actually care about winning? I don't think he's ever going to win again. I can't imagine that the Cowboys, with Jerry Jones' fingerprints all over every single move in the organization, are going to win again.
No, absolutely not. It's sad too because they haven't won since the 90s.
Yeah,
and
30
football,
years. 30 years since the NFC Championship game.
Football needs those types of teams too.
Yep.
Like they need the Cowboys to be good, to be fighting for the Super Bowl. They make it to the playoffs, but they're garbage when they get in there.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, the Rams boat raced them the
Yeah,
last
they
time they were
did.
in there.
Yes, they did.
What's up,
All right, guys, it was announced today by both brothers, Jake and Logan Paul, apparently going to be fighting each other now.
This is great.
The
This
one
is
that
great.
everybody's been waiting for,
Yep.
right? Is them fighting each other.
Yep.
Any interest in this at all, or is their boxing career kind of watered down now with the Tyson fight that people thought was rigged and kind of?
I would love to say no, I'm not interested, but I want to see at least one Paul lose.
That's the only reason why I have a little interest.
Either Logan or Jake is going to lose, so there will be a losing Paul in this fight.
But the problem is there's a guaranteed winning Paul.
That's right. One Paul is going to win. Exactly. This is going to be on Max, by the way.
Right, yeah.
So Max has acquired this. I think it's probably going to do numbers. I think people are. I mean, I would love to say I'm not going to watch, but I probably am. Bergman?
No, zero chance I watched
Zero.
this.
Zero.
I watched it with Mike Tyson because it was Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not going to watch, like, if he fought Evander Holyfield, like, I wouldn't watch that either, but because he's a kind of old.
But you did watch Mike Tyson.
I did watch Mike Tyson, but I'm not going to watch the two Paul brothers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch. Actually, I would watch.
Will
the
it
Paul
do
brothers.
numbers, Andy?
I'd watch them.
It'll probably do numbers.
Brian, you think it'll do numbers?
I don't think it honestly will because
No?
it's just the two of them. I think if they had another name in there, it would. But
Here's a little secret. They lied about the numbers on the Tyson Paul fight. They totally fabricated. There's like 100 bajillion people. No, it wasn't. You went back and looked at the streams. There were not that many streams.
You raise a great point with this though. With Netflix and with Max and all these other streaming services, you never know what the numbers actually are.
No. It's all proprietary. We don't know what's. The only sense we have of what's doing well is like the top 10. You can see what number one is, and you can see all the way through 10. Top 10 shows, top 10 movies. You get a vibe for it. But I don't think we know exactly how many people are watching anything.
What's up, Foo?
On streaming, yeah.
And one of these national days today.
What is it?
National Vacation Day, or plan for Vacation Day. So let me
I'd love to go on vacation
right,
sometime.
Who doesn't? Is there any place that you've been planning to go to for a few years that you haven't had the chance to yet? Like, what's that dream vacation that you've been planning for a while?
So Lon really wants to go to Greece, the Greek islands. And I do, I do too. I've been there a few times. It's spectacular. It's like one of my favorite places in the world. We have an 18-and-a-half-year-old beagle dog that we're not comfortable leaving for more than a few nights. So right now we're limited, but so she. Well, I mean, that's honest. She's winding down.
There's a more delicate way to phrase that.
Probably, yeah. But
Understood, though.
She's going to go. We've had her for a very long time. She's been a wonderful pet, wonderful dog, huge part of the family. Once she moves on to the Rainbow Bridge, we'll go to the Greek islands.
You know what's funny is one of my dream vacations, dream destinations, I'm actually planning that vacation right now for my daughter.
Oh, really?
She's going in April on a school trip to Japan.
Get out of here. How old is she?
She's going to be 14 by the time she goes on this trip.
That's really cool.
It's amazing. It's an 8th grade trip with her school. I have always wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah.
And right now I'm planning her trip to Japan.
Speaking of which, Bergman, did you just literally approve my vacation request?
I did,
in the
because
middle of that segment.
It's because I remember you sending it to me last night. And I was like, oh, yeah, for vacations. I need to respond to Mason.
So in the middle of the vacation conversation, you approved my dates. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes.
Do you want me to not approve
Oh,
them?
no. I just thought during the show it seemed an odd time to get an email saying vacation dates approved. But
I thought about it, and I didn't want to wait and forget about it again.
yeah, Bergman, where would you go? Dream vacation?
So I've always said Greece. That was always very much the one I wanted to go to, or even like Brazil, Australia is where I want to go. But Greece has always been the next big spot I want to go.
Brian, how about you?
For me, it's also Japan. I've always wanted to, see be in that culture.
So I'll tell you, here's a good Japan story. So I did the Olympics in 1998. Damn, that's a long time ago. In Nagano, Japan, or Nagano. I think it's Nagano. We went with Nagano. And I stayed at this little hotel, and I mean little hotel. And at the end of the stay, the manager of the hotel gave me a gift. And apparently this is a very traditional thing that happens in Japan. Gave me a little gift-wrapped gift. And you know what? I never opened it. I still have that gift sitting on a shelf because the idea of whatever is inside there is better than probably what's inside there. So I've got this fully wrapped gift that I still got in 1998.
Another Pulp Fiction reference. It's like what's inside Marcellus's briefcase.
True, exactly.
We never see what's in there.
Never see it. Never see it.
What's up, Foo?
I got one more
We
here
see
for
a
you
glow.
guys.
Greg, you're making a face. We see a glow from the suitcase, but we never actually
Yeah,
see
that's
what's
true.
in it.
That's true.
I wonder if that will ever come out. What's actually in
No,
there?
it's the MacGuffin, right?
No, Tarantino has said he loves people speculating on what is.
Do you think like before he goes, he'll say, "This is what's in"?
It'll be like
Yeah,
his
the last.
rosebud.
No, it'll be his epitaph.
Right.
What's up, Foo?
One more here for you guys.
Okay.
So it was officially announced today. MLB The Show 25 has their cover athletes for the
Oh.
upcoming game. So see if they hit it right. So it's a 3-part athlete cover.
Okay.
Paul Skeens, Ellie De La Cruz, and Gunnar Henderson.
Ooh,
Do you think they hit on the right generation of the young stars here?
Yeah, I think they got the one guy I would say Bobby Witt Jr.
Oh, he'd be good on
would
there.
have
He
been
was
great on
teased
there
as
too.
one of them as
Was
well.
he?
Didn't get the cut though. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's say it again. It's
Paul Skeens from the Pirates,
Yep.
Ellie De La Cruz, shortstop for the Reds, and Gunnar Henderson, shortstop
they
for
got
the Orioles.
three really great young players.
Yeah, they're exciting players. That's fun.
No, that's good. That's good. All right, there you have it. There is your What's Up Fool for today. Coming up next for you, are all introductory press conferences the same? And how much do they really matter? We'll do that coming up next for you, plus a very special story that we'll talk about in this next segment as well. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still. Happy New Year from Kia of Carson. We're celebrating the new year with deals on all your favorite 2025 Kia models. Just go to KiaofCarson.com and check out our specials on the award-winning Telluride, hybrids, EVs, and plug-ins. The deals don't stop there. You can save on the entire Kia lineup, including our huge inventory of Kia certified used cars. Kia of Carson has won numerous awards for customer service, so we know how to make the process easy and enjoyable. Hurry into Kia of Carson for the best selection.
When disaster strikes, you deserve an ally who truly understands the value of your home and your peace of mind. Are you facing fire damage? Despite your diligent insurance payments, your insurance company might fall short when it's time to file a claim. Do not let them underpay you. Feeling pressured to use subpar contractors or maybe ignored after all these years of loyalty? That's when you turn to Avner Gatt, California's premier public adjusting firm. With over 20 years of experience, Avner Gatt's team brings unparalleled industry expertise, having worked within the insurance sector themselves. They offer a free initial consultation and boast a vast network of experts to accurately assess your damages. They're trusted by lawyers, contractors, and real estate professionals alike. Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. Call for your free consultation today. You can visit avnergatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, avnergatt.com, or call 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
This is attorney Joseph S. Normand. I'm deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the fires in our community. If you've suffered losses due to the Eaton wildfire, you may be entitled to file a compensation claim. These are complex claims. It's crucial to have an experienced legal team on your side. Please don't hesitate to call me anytime at 213-747-2000, 213-747-2000, or normandlegal.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So yesterday, Liam Cohen was introduced as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I didn't even know this. They have a chant down there, and the chant is Duval because it's Duval County.
Right, and it's also a hashtag. They use hashtag Duval.
Yeah. So Liam Cohen, who was former Rams offensive coordinator, took this job in Jacksonville, and he was asked apparently to do the chant, and this is how it sounded.
Duval.
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 Yeah, that's not great.
Duval.
Duval.
So my question is, what is it supposed to sound like?
I mean, I don't do
Duval.
the chant. Yeah, that's fine. Duval.
Duval.
Yeah, he just sounds kind of ridiculous.
Duval.
Duval.
Like too sing-songy.
So people will say, oh, his press conference was terrible. This is all people are going to remember. This is who Liam Cohen, all that stuff. Like, this was a disaster.
Duval.
Because he said,
Duval.
And I immediately thought, introductory press conferences are completely overrated. So I want to introduce you to some of those. First of all, do you remember Nick Sirianni? Now, Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years, everybody said, oh, I don't know, Nick Sirianni after his introductory press conference.
Next thing that's very important to me is that we build a smart football team, that we have a smart football team here. And I know we have the people in place to do that. The first part of that, the first part of being smart is knowing what to do. We're going to have systems in place that are easier to learn. All right, complicated to the defense or offense that they're going against or the special teams group they're going against, but easy for us to learn. Because when we can when we can learn our system and we can get good at our system, then our talent can take over.
Okay, now how is that in terms of opening press conference? It didn't feel completely solid to me.
Not a guy who commanded the room.
No, you're not inspiring confidence with that.
And yet, look where he is.
Super Bowl for a second time.
How about this guy?
We're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down.
Yeah,
and when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you.
Yeah, he's getting both kneecaps. Now, after this, everybody said, oh, that's ridiculous. He is ridiculous. But that's a ridiculous press conference.
But now that you hear him and now that you've seen him coach, now you love it.
Well, that's kind of who he is.
Yeah, you
so
love
much
it.
of this depends on what you're hearing from the coach and the match to the franchise. Because when Dan Campbell said this about the Lions have been considered a laughing stock for decades. So the idea of the Lions biting anybody and being aggressive like that just sounded silly.
Yes.
When you think about the Eagles and how aggressive that fan base is, hearing Sirianni stutter and sound nervous feels like a bad match.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this in terms of the initial impression is how much does this guy fit the bill for this particular franchise?
Right.
Duval.
Now, let me play one more. This one is still up in the air, but definitely better than I thought he was going to be.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. Glad to be a part of this great conference. Finally putting 2 great emblems together, UCLA and the Big Ten.
Stop right there.
We're a school that's won, 123 championships, so this fits us being right in this conference. Football-wise, we're just excited. I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA.
We're in LA.
Just
That's
stop.
the line I love is
Just
we're
stop.
in LA.
Just stop like a few sentences before.
Yeah, we're in LA. That's Deshaun Foster.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
And you know what? He did better than I expected.
Yeah.
What did they win, 4?
I think they won 4, yeah.
4? I mean, we were saying they could be a
2.
1-win team, a 2-win team. So,
and they were even more competitive in some of the losses than we expected.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to beat SC.
Yeah,
I really, truly
did. But they
did.
were competitive in a lot of games that they did not win, multiple games that they did not win.
The whole idea of winning the press conference, in all honesty, it's such a shallow, stupid goal.
It is.
Like, it's such a short-sighted goal for an organization, and even then it doesn't always matter. Like, Frank Vogel, for example, when his introductory press conference, I was there. That was right on the heels of, remember, all the Magic quitting,
Johnson
Luke
stuff,
Walton
yeah.
getting fired, Magic saying the day of Vogel's press conference that Rob Pelinka was a backstabber.
Yep.
Vogel was at best the third choice at the time. Vogel's press conference, he manages to win the thing despite it being a circus. Then they win a championship in his first season. Then he gets fired 2 years later anyway.
I know.
Like, none of this matters.
Yeah, winning the press conference is not particularly important. And that means
Duval.
Although we will joke about it.
It can go the other way, though. Like Adam Gase, when he had those big old eyes for the Jets.
True.
That
it can go the other way.
It can go the other
way. But I bet you I can find really good press conferences where the coach wound up sucking.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I mean, it can go either way. But I just remember Adam Gase's just giant eyes like bugging out of his sockets. It's
Duval.
Can I just make a prediction? Liam Cohen is going to be a state-of-the-art NFL head coach.
Because he played with...
Because he was Sean McVay's offensive coordinator.
Yep.
He's got the bag of tricks. He's got the magic dust.
Tree.
He's part of the tree. That tree just gets bigger and bigger. I mean, it's amazing.
It is crazy, the idea that Sean McVay has a tree and he's been coaching less than a decade.
Right. He's 39 years old, and he's now there are 5 NFL head coaches that came from his system.
His first season was 2017, correct?
2017, yeah.
That's less than a decade, and the dude has if you are anywhere in his proximity, you are wanted.
Yes.
Like Cliff Kingsbury, I don't even know how in his proximity Sean McVay...
Well, they hung out for a couple of weeks.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the idea that Kingsbury knows McVay has basically jump-started Kingsbury's career, and nobody's convinced that guy's good at all.
I mean, if you look, you got Zach Taylor, you got Matt LaFleur, you got Kevin O'Connell, you got Liam Cohen, you got Raheem Morris.
Yes.
Brandon Staley didn't work out, but all those guys.
Raheem was a former head coach.
He was a former head coach, but still came from McVay's system.
Sure, but here's I'm not sure how old this is, but Matt LaFleur, head coach, Joe Barry, defensive coordinator, Giro Evero is a defensive coordinator, Jed Fish is head coach, Kevin O'Connell, head coach, Wes Phillips, offensive coordinator, Brandon Staley, he's not a head coach anymore, Zach Taylor, Shane Waldron. They all go on to bigger and better
they
things.
do. Brian, you were part of the Brandon Staley, the one miss.
Yeah, the miss there.
Yeah, you got the wrong guy. He had so many coaches, and you went for Brandon Staley.
He didn't even do too well this year in San Francisco either.
Was he the DC?
I think so. He had some
DC
hand in the
San Francisco.
defense
He's been replaced. Robert Saleh came back.
Taking this full circle, Brian, do you remember, did Brandon Staley win the press conference?
I don't remember, actually. It didn't leave a mark on me.
It's not memorable either way.
Right.
I think, yeah. Hey, I wanted to mention one thing. We got something cool coming up. I'll explain it in a minute. But you got to check out the Culture Pop podcast today. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. Bobby Moynihan is on the show talking about Saturday Night Live and the big reunion that's coming up. We're just a couple of weeks away from the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. It's a really funny show.
Bobby Moynihan is hilarious. He was one of my favorite on SNL.
We talked to him about Drunk Uncle.
Oh, Drunk Uncle's great.
Drunk Uncle was so funny.
He actually lives by me. There's a place across the street from where I live called Harvest Moon, and I see him in there every once in a while.
Oh, really? You're identifying his address?
I don't know his address. I just know what restaurant
he
he
hangs
goes to.
out there. That's not his apartment complex.
No.
The Harvest Moon
No,
apartment
it is
complex?
just a restaurant.
Okay, got it.
You can also go next door to the post office if you'd like.
There you go. So go check that out. Now, we got something cool coming up. We're going to be joined by Dylan Smith, who's the head coach at Palisades High. And something interesting has happened. There are obviously the tragedy hit the Palisades as bad as anywhere. And his players have gotten together and decided they're going to play next year. And we'll talk to him about that, the experience, the journey that they're on right now. And so many players are saying, I am going to stay here at Pally High. So we'll get that coming up next for you. In the meantime, hey, Andy, let's tackle the age-old question, what do I get her for Valentine's Day? Do not stress. I've got the answer.
Okay.
Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company, and wow, Anna is going to be thrilled.
Oh.
And you can get 25% off your entire purchase.
Then I'll be thrilled.
Yeah. Books makes it simple. You choose the Quickie Bouquet. Mm-hmm. With the click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right on time for Valentine's Day. It's the Quickie she'll brag about for weeks.
Wow, a Quickie that actually makes her happy.
Exactly. Or pick from their collection of unique and modern designs. Go for their flower subscription. #1 husband life hack. You're the hero every single month. The flowers come every month. You cannot go wrong. Books, they're not just any flowers. They're flowers cut fresh from where they grow best, so you get bigger and brighter blooms that last longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. She will be blown away at how stunning they are. Valentine's Day, February 14th. This is for you, remember, Anna.
Yes.
Right after the big game. Do not fumble the flowers. Get your orders in now. Go to Books.com. Use my promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN. I know what Anna is getting for Valentine's Day. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl. You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco. Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Game day excitement starts at Lazy Dog Restaurants. Join them at LA Live before or after the game, or catch the action on TV at any of their locations. Enjoy handcrafted food, craft beers and drinks, and the best seats outside the arena. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right, obviously, tragedy has struck Southern California in the last couple of weeks with the terrible fires, both the Eaton fire and the Palisades fire. And right now, I want to play something. This is Dylan Smith is the head coach of Palisades High, and they released this video.
Last 4 years, the Palisades football team has won the league title twice and been to the CIF championship twice.
But 2 weeks ago, we took a hit.
Our school took a hit. Our community took a hit.
But this team is still strong.
Our team is still strong. We'll need to rebuild our school. We'll need to rebuild our facilities. We'll need to rebuild our community.
But we don't need to rebuild this program.
Jack Thomas, quarterback, and I'm not going anywhere.
Harrison Carter, receiver, running back,
and I'm not going anywhere. Davron Kearney, running back, and I'm not going anywhere.
And obviously the video continues with many players from this roster. And joining us right now is Pali High head coach Dylan Smith. Hi, Dylan. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So, first of all, tell us how you were affected by the fire and your players additionally affected by what has happened, the tragedy of the Palisades fire.
Personally, my home is safe. As far as the school goes, my office was burned down. Our weight room was completely burned down. We had a lot of damage to our equipment, some damage to our football field, but nothing too significant where we can't, play a football season. My biggest concern is our players who lost homes. I believe we had about 8 or 9 families whose house burned down. And, just our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to them. And we're trying to do everything we can to help, get their things back or, whatever we can to help just kind of ease the situation.
So your guys, your team has all come together on this and said they're not going anywhere. How much conversation did you have with them leading up to this?
Honestly, none. I mean, as soon as this happened, the first thing they wanted to do was stay together. They all text me or called me, or we had some kind of communication. They all said, "Coach, I'm not going anywhere. We want to have a season this year." And they all, said, "What can we do to make the season happen?" So for me, it was very easy to get them all together and have some kind of solidarity and work towards this journey that we're on right now.
What is the state of Palisades High right now in terms of what can be salvaged, what might be usable next year, just from a logistical standpoint as you plan this?
Yeah, no, about 40% of our school burned down, the back half. So a few of our bungalow buildings burned down. Like I said, my office, a couple buildings on the football field. Our weight room was burned down. We lost all our uniforms, all of our equipment. That stuff needs to be salvaged. As far as the main campus goes, that's still intact. The office buildings, the main school buildings are still intact. So, once the air clears, once it's safe for us to go back to campus, whenever that is, we'll be ready to go back.
And your players, given the tragedy, had options about, I'm going to go to a different school and play. I'm going to play here, there. Coaches talking to them. Have you had to talk them into coming back? How did that work?
We did lose a few kids to other schools. Some decided they're going to leave and not come back. Some decided they wanted to go to other schools just for academic purposes. They didn't want to do online because of the whole COVID thing, and they didn't want to relive that. So a lot of them left to do academics, and they plan on coming back in the fall for football. And like I said, a majority of the kids said they're not leaving. It was a no-brainer. They wanted to stay here to rebuild the community, rebuild the school, and whatever they can to rebuild the football facilities and programs so we can have a season.
What do you think it will mean for there to be a football season for Pali High this year?
I think it would mean the world to everybody. When you lose a house, I really don't know what you can do to kind of build that up, but this community, like I said, they want sports, and I think that sports is what's keeping a lot of these kids here at the school. And I think having a football team will bring the community back together. We have a good showing at our football games, and I think to have at least a couple hours of smiles, laughter, fun at our football games, I think will really bring joy to the community. And like I said, we're all sticking together. The community wants football. They want sports to come back. Just bring us even closer together.
Well, listen, we are rooting for you and your guys at Pali High this year. Dylan, thanks a lot for coming on. It's an amazing story, and I think you will bring a lot of hope and joy to that community, which has clearly been absolutely decimated. Thank you so much for coming on.
I really appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
All right, there's Dylan Smith, head coach at Pali High. That's cool.
It's so hard to go through. I mean, think about the displacement that, I know, and Greg can relate to this too, I'm sure, like when you had kids during the pandemic and them being disconnected from their school, having to go online, like that was really difficult in and of itself. But at least the structures around you were all intact. And like there was at least a home base to try to make things as normal as possible. Dealing with this when like your home may have been burned down, you're feeling displaced because your school isn't usable. It's so chaotic.
Yeah, it may seem minor, but sports has gotten us through such tragedy over the years. I mean, you think about 9/11, you think about the game that took place at Yankee Stadium, and remember George W. Bush threw out the first pitch, and the flag from the World Trade Center was there, and all that stuff. It was a moment of healing. You think about what the Rams did on that Monday night playoff game. Where they had Rachel Patton come out and do Fight Song, and it was a very memorable, special night, I think, for the Rams. Obviously, they won, and for back here in Los Angeles.
I would argue that W's pitch, when you take into account the context and also the quality of the pitch, that's the best first pitch in baseball history.
Yes,
because he grooved that.
He threw a strike.
Like, that was an incredible pitch.
By the way, I heard that he warmed up in the bullpen a lot before that pitch.
You know what? If that's true, I don't blame him. Like, you don't want to 50 Cent that pitch.
Right.
Like, that pitch mattered.
Yeah,
it really did.
It did. Well, thanks very much to Dylan Smith. Pally High, we will definitely follow them this year. All right, coming up next for you, we expect Ireland to join us. Also, we'll talk about the Darren Fox situation. Apparently, he is now on the trade market. We'll get John's take on that. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
Juan will look at me at some point tonight and say, are you even enjoying this?
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
So we kind of followed this story as the afternoon went along. There were reports early in the show. Anyway, it just happened all during the show, right? Early in the show that Darren Fox was potentially going to be traded by the Sacramento Kings. He had a preferred destination. So we immediately worked out a trade to the Lakers. And then we found out the preferred destination is
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
According to multiple reports.
Such a wide range of emotions that we went through on this show.
It is. It's like I thought we had him, and then was
we had traded Austin Reeves.
Yeah, we had traded
did.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves was gone.
Literally, he was moved in the first hour of the show.
Austin Reeves, Rui, JHS. See you guys.
He's probably warming up right now as John Ireland's listening.
Yes.
I don't think he's on just yet.
Ireland's not on yet. No,
over there.
Yeah, over there. Now, Brian, do you have that? Okay. So Liam Cohen.
Duval,
the head coach of Jacksonville. Oh, John's here. Hey, John.
Hey, what's going on,
What's
boys?
going on? We were just talking about Liam Cohen.
Duval.
Oh, yeah, apparently that's not the way you say it. It's a county in Florida.
Yeah.
And he was trying to be like a local, but he botched it. Is that your understanding?
That's basically it. Yeah, it's Duval County, and everybody chants Duval.
Duval.
And I just apparently that's a thing, and I don't think he's that far off. Weirdly. I mean, I was listening to fans chanting Duval, and they're going Duval. So I don't know why that's turned into a thing. It's just kind of funny.
Duval.
I think
that might follow him around a little bit.
Yeah. Although we were talking about introductory press conferences and how overrated they are. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, think about it. Nick Sirianni was terrible, and he's now been to 2 Super Bowls. Sometimes
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, Dan Campbell was terrible.
Deshaun Foster.
Jury's still out.
Yeah, jury's still out, but better than I thought.
Yeah.
4 wins. So I think the introductory press conference is a bit overrated.
Duval.
But yes, this will. By the way, do you think I think he'll be a great head coach. What about you?
Well, he comes from the McVay tree. He had kind of a weird thing. He went to Kentucky and then back to the Rams and back to Kentucky and then back to the Rams. But look what he did for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what? My prediction is if he works out, they're going to start using that clip of him going Duval in the stadium to fire people up.
Yes, I agree. It's going to turn into a thing.
Yep.
So, Ireland, have you heard the Darren Fox stuff?
Yes, I have. But hold on. Bergman just sent me a text that I have a big echo. Is that true?
Yeah, whenever Mason and Andy talk, we hear them coming back.
Hello.
You're fine. You coming this way is
It's not too
fine.
bad.
Yeah, I have no engineer. So
we'll just deal with it. It's okay.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's. I think it's
rather
fine.
have you than not.
So, do you hear about the Darren Fox thing? Darren Fox apparently on the market now. You always say somebody's going to spring onto the market that you don't expect, and somebody else can see the whole board, and now the whole board includes Darren Fox. Although apparently his preferred destination is going to be San Antonio. We had already traded Austin Reeves for him earlier in the show in hour number 1, John.
I don't think he's coming to the Lakers.
No.
I've talked to enough people in the last half hour that I think it would be a surprise if he ended up coming to us.
Yeah, I mean, it's come out now, multiple sources. His preferred destination is San Antonio, where he would team up with Wemby, which I think could be really, really interesting and at least get them into the play-in and maybe further.
Andy, you know what that means? Chris Paul hits the open market.
Oh!
And you know what the Lakers could use? Another ball handler.
Yep.
Interesting.
Good.
I think he's like the second oldest guy in the league. We'd have like number 1 and number 2,
yes,
right?
we own that. We own that demo. We own that demo. So last night they had them blown out, and then I thought when I was watching the game in the first half, I'm like, this is perfect. They're going to blow them out. They were up 23, and now they're going to be able to rest AD and LeBron in the fourth quarter so that they're fresh for a back-to-back. Didn't go that way, Ireland.
No, and we don't blow very many people out. I think we've only had 3 games all year that went that way.
Okay, I'm hearing somebody say, check.
I'm
Who is
sorry,
that?
guys. If
check.
If you could tell Funches to call the engineer and tell him to come to work, I could resolve all these problems.
Okay.
I'm literally sitting here by myself with no engineer, and I figured out how to pot myself up, but I don't know what any of these other ones
By the way,
do.
I know how to pot myself up, too.
In about 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a nightly thing for you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So is it true that the Lakers...
Okay, but hold on. My engineer, Pat, just showed up. I've got an echo, and we're hearing a woman
going
that
check,
is,
check.
Yeah, going check somewhere. So turn down everybody except me.
Yeah. So,
All right, we're on it
Ireland,
now.
is it true that Lakers assistant coaches are growing mustaches for this road trip?
I haven't heard that, and I just rode over with 2 of them, and neither one of them had a mustache. So
really? Because we heard that that's a thing, and JJ even talked about it.
Okay, I'm looking at Greg St. Jean right now, who's one of the lead assistants, and he has no mustache.
No mustache.
Yeah, but maybe he's not participating in this particular
Maybe he's
thing.
not capable.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's not. By the way, here's what I don't understand, Ireland. So you and I stare at each other blankly every day.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we go on remote at Ralph's last week, and you say, "Are you growing a beard?" And I'm like, I have had this on my face for months, and you never know. You're staring at me every day, and you never see that I have this beard on my face until we go to Ralph's.
I think it's because you're incapable of growing a beard. Is that possible?
It's scruffy. It's not really meant to be a beard. It's meant to be scruffy,
It's kind
not
of like
really
a half
beard.
goatee.
It is a little goatee. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm gonna doctor it up. I may go goatee on that.
Back when the Kings used to go to the Stanley Cup, I used to do a playoff beard for the Kings.
Yep.
And I would, like, the first 2 weeks would go really well, and then I would hit a wall, and my beard would stop.
Yes.
So I don't think I'm in the beard business.
You missed the Luc Robitaille show.
Oh, was he on today?
Yeah, he was on. Great. He killed it again. He's totally cool with What the Puck as the name of the Luc Robitaille show, which I think is good.
We got to do a good, big, fancy open then.
Yes,
What the Puck.
correct. And they've got a big event coming up, John, and I'm floating this idea. It's February the 23rd. They're doing an event at Crypto to raise money and awareness for the fire victims, and it's a celebrity hockey game.
Okay.
So you happen to be in town for this.
Yeah, but I don't know how to skate.
I don't either.
I could play if it was street hockey. I can't play if it's ice hockey.
Okay, so
you know who can? You know who can? I think Patrick O'Neill can skate.
Can he?
Oh yeah.
I think.
Well, they've got a bunch of famous. Somebody said Michael Bublé might play.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Which means my mom would love to come and see the hockey game if Michael Bublé is there. My original idea was I'll play goalie, you shoot on me, but that's not okay because you can't skate.
Right.
Can I take shots?
I'd be a disaster. But if we could do a street hockey game, I would play. But I can't. I mean, skating takes me out of it.
Yeah, we got to do something out there. Something out there for this event. It's February 23rd. It's going to be televised, 3 p.m. There's going to be musical guests announced. All the tickets are going to firefighters and first responders, raising money. This was announced last week on TNT, so I'm really excited for it. February 23rd at Crypto, and I'll be curious to see what celebrities actually are there. He suggested Bieber, who's Canadian.
And Bublé. He
suggested Bublé. I'm trying to think, who else did he say? Keanu Reeves used to play. I don't know if Keanu Reeves plays anymore.
Well, just think anybody that's either Canadian or like from Minnesota. Trudell can probably skate. I'll ask him.
Yeah, ask him.
Peter Berg used to play in these games all the time. I don't know if he still would, but he used to.
The director.
Yeah, the director and sometimes actor.
Sometimes actor, yeah.
We learned Cappy can skate.
Cappy is a great skater.
Yeah, that was revealed last time you guys did.
Oh, Cappy is a great skater.
So there's your guy. But Cappy can represent us if he can skate.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. I forgot about Cappy. Yeah, Cappy was sandbagging the entire time, pretending he couldn't skate, and then he clearly...
Didn't he grow up in Florida? Well, he might have learned how to skate when he was at Pitt.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I
think Cappy's just honestly sneaky good athlete. You know, he kicked in college.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean, sneaky.
Sneaky.
He is sneaky. What? Hey, Ireland, what did we were talking about Jerry Jones a little while ago. How you feeling about Brian Schottenheimer as his head coach?
I think it's a totally predictable hire in the spirit of Chan Gailey and Dave Campo, and Jerry is going to be the star.
Yeah.
That was never going to be Dion.
It was never going to be Dion. I said that all along. Never going to be a Dion. You cannot have two egos that big under one roof.
Correct. And so I think they're going to continue to lose. I think it's the Eagles' division. And unfortunately, Jerry's going to learn that if you want to run everything like that, and you won't hire, and you're just going to hire yes men around you, that you don't get any good ideas.
You know what's funny is in a lot of ways, I think Jerry has learned that because he's said before that, like with Jimmy Johnson, looking back on it, he realizes like there are things he could have done differently, and yet he has not applied the lesson at all with anybody that he hires.
Right. One time, Bill Parcells. But that was it.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I think he's like, yeah, maybe I could win doing it differently, but that would mean I'm not the star, and I want to be the star.
Right. All right, so I want to do one thing, and then we'll get to Game of Games. John, you've not seen the Bob Dylan movie yet, the Tim Chalamet.
I have not. I heard it's good.
Okay, it's really good. So, and he does his own singing. So I've got Chalamet's version of Rolling Stone and Dylan's version of Rolling Stone, and I want to see if you know the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So here is version A.
Seem so proud about having me scrounging. You're
Get a taste of that. That's
Okay.
version A. Here's version B.
Now you don't seem so proud.
All right, I got it. Yeah.
Who is it?
Chalamet's A and Dylan's B.
You know, what gave it away?
100%.
Because Chalamet's good,
yeah,
but he's not that good.
He also,
I mean,
version A, you can actually hear Chalamet's speaking voice in it. Like, it actually sounds like Timothy Chalamet.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
But he's very good. I mean, he was on SNL this week singing 2 Dylan songs.
Yeah, he did 2
and
Dylan
he did
songs.
fine.
He was good. I thought it was a funny Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching all. Did you watch the music special
Yes,
last night?
I watched the music special. There's a series of documentaries coming out on Peacock all
Questlove
about.
directed the one about
Oh, did
the
he?
music. Yeah.
The music guest was great.
How could 2 guys who cannot sing become icons, music icons?
Who are you talking about?
Dylan and Bruce Springsteen.
Well, I think
they
Bruce
both can
Springsteen
sing.
They can't sing.
Bruce
They both
Springsteen can sing.
Oh, come on.
What are you talking about?
You compare, listen to their voices. Listen to Teddy Pendergrass. Listen to Marvin Gaye.
Seem so proud.
You don't think this is good?
Anybody can sing that.
Okay, can I?
Sure, all right, do it.
Any man you can, if you're so proud. Come on. Now ask me to sing
Michael
like
Thompson
Teddy
is
Pendergrass.
Bob
ask
Dylan.
ask me to sing like Jeffrey Osborne. I have no chance.
Okay,
And
hang
Bruce
on a second.
Springsteen. Let me do Bruce Springsteen.
So,
in America, USA.
All right, so it clearly.
What is that?
Is this a black thing? Because all the people you've mentioned that you think
Mick
can
Jagger-
sing
no.
are black. Mick Jagger can't sing.
No, he's
if
got
you-
a great voice.
Oh, please.
You ever listen to him sing Angie?
Wait a minute. Wait a
Come
minute.
on.
So here's the thing. Both of these guys, Michael, what makes them, the ones you're talking about, Springsteen and Dylan,
Yeah.
is that they are amazing songwriters. And
I
that's
understand.
part
Okay.
of the package.
That's cool.
I don't know what Teddy Pendergrass, if he wrote his own music or he recorded
write a
other
lot of his
music.
own.
Did he write his own? But I mean,
Or Luther Vandross. Now, those are voices.
great voice. But still, there's a Bob Dylan movie out. That's how significant he was. He won the Nobel Prize, Michael, for literature.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he write?
And he's a Minnesotan.
They consider
I
him
thought
to be
you would like him.
They consider him to be a poet because all of his music is just amazing. His lyrics
so
are
am I.
incredible.
Haven't they heard Old Man Donald?
Do we have Old Man Donald? Had a
That's
farm?
right. Yeah, play that. I'm just as good as Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe as good as Springsteen in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not as good as Springsteen.
You are
I
not.
can't play the guitar.
And there's no way you could go for 3.5 hours either.
Well, you got a
more
point there.
like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a Springsteen concert once. He started at 7:30 and it ended right after midnight.
That's the way that guy rolls. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some Game of Games. Jacob Emrani is here for Game of Games. It is Brian Cohen's game today.
Greg, this is worth 2, isn't it?
Oh, are we at the end of the month? Yeah.
Well,
it
it's
sure
the
is.
28th. So
Yeah.
what's the standings?
Greg is looking right now.
Right here. So right now, well, we have to go back and look because if this is worth 2, there's other ones that are worth 2 also.
Just yesterday.
Just yesterday, so I got 2 then. So Ireland has 5, Laura 3, Mason 2, Bergman 2, Brian 1, DeAndre 1.
Okay, there you have it. Oh, Ireland's leading. Who would have thought?
Every day well, I'm not going to be with you tomorrow because we're flying.
Oh, got it.
But I'll be with you. Well, depending
Friday
on,
from New York, right?
Yeah, Friday from New York, and Thursday maybe the last hour from DC. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Does Michael Thompson want to play the game?
Yeah, who's playing? Whose game?
It's Brian's game today.
Uh-oh. It's going to be something weird.
Yeah.
He has great games.
No, Brian does really good games. Really
Yeah,
good games.
I think you and Brian do the best games, Michael.
All right, I'll take that.
Oh, by the way, you're doing the game
I don't
next
know about Michael.
Thursday. in
I
case
don't know.
forgot
I don't
to
know
tell you.
about. I don't know about Michael's games.
What?
Well, they're better. They're better than Potpourri Lies.
That's not saying
for
much.
Sure. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. So Game of Games is next. Jacob's going to be here. Then we got Lakers and Sixers coming up for you a little bit later on. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greening.
Where are your glasses? Psyched. I got them right here. I'm not. Okay. See, no, don't you start. I fixed me losing glasses.
I saw you get into, I don't want to say a panic. It wasn't quite a panic.
No, it was a
but
panic.
You were like, where are my glasses? Where are they? Are they on my head? Are they on my shirt? I'm like, dude, just get one of those granny chains and hang them around your neck.
No, you sound like my wife. I'm not going to wear one of those chains. I'm not. I don't care how you dress it
like
up.
you
I'm
said,
not.
if you'd be thankful you're human and not a lion, or you would have been eaten by now.
I can still grab. I just can't see up close.
You could granny chain it till you're in your 70s,
Lions
80s, 90s.
don't need to read like like little screens, but I can still scratch.
You've at
yes.
least blown up your font, right?
No.
No? Why?
No. Yeah, because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's just
you
stupid.
need to be able to see it.
Nope, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's like Isaac. I will not let the old men in. I can make my life easier, I just won't do it.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
When disaster strikes, you deserve an ally who truly understands the value of your home and your peace of mind. Are you facing fire damage? Despite your diligent insurance payments, your insurance company might fall short when it's time to file a claim. Do not let them underpay you. Feeling pressured to use subpar contractors or maybe ignored after all these years of loyalty? That's when you turn to Avner Gatt, California's premier public adjusting firm. With over 20 years of experience, Avner Gatt's team brings unparalleled industry expertise, having worked within the insurance sector themselves. They offer a free initial consultation and boast a vast network of experts to accurately assess your damages. They're trusted by lawyers, contractors, and real estate professionals alike. Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. Call for your free consultation today. You can visit avnergatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, avnergatt.com, or call 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. We welcome to the show Jacob from Ronnie. Jacob.
I am doing wonderful. How are you guys?
You're doing some great work, and we'll talk about that coming up. In the meantime, it is Brian Cohen's game today. We got Michael Thompson and John Ireland playing live from Philly. Brian, what's the game?
So we got the NFL Pro Bowl coming up this Sunday, February 2nd.
Oh, cannot wait.
So the game...
Man, is this a Pro Bowl game?
It's a it's a Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl. So you're going to find the Pro Bowl player or the Pro Bowler professional.
Pro Bowler or bowler.
So you can answer it as a PBA for professional bowler or NFL for if that person has made an NFL Pro Bowl.
Excellent. Okay, I like this game.
Right, I tried to go back in the archives too to find some one-time NFL Pro Bowls. So this not too easy.
Yeah. All right.
Michael Thompson's going to do great at this.
Yeah, Michael would be great. Bergman's going to run the show. He's going to keep scoring and run the show, John.
All right, here we go. #1, Peter Baldware. Is he a PBA or NFL?
John.
NFL.
Mace.
NFL.
Andy.
Bowler.
Michael.
I think you're right.
Me? Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
you-
on,
you-
Michael. Hold on. Michael's down.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
We can hear him.
We can
All
hear
right,
him.
go ahead, Michael.
That's a former Raven Pro Bowler.
Give the answers.
Me, I'm going to go Pro Bowler,
What an
and
idiot.
Jacob.
Why do you do that?
I could be faking.
You're never fake.
It is
Never.
NFL.
It is NFL.
Yeah,
So that's
I remember him. Peter.
And
I think Michael should be docked a point when he gives away the answer.
He did give it away, no
hey,
question.
it's up to him what he does. All right, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, #2, Tom Smallwood.
Tom Smallwood.
Tom
Mace.
Smallwood.
Yep. That's a bowler.
Andy.
Bowler.
Michael.
Bowler.
Bowler for me. Jacob.
Bowler.
John.
Unanimous bowler.
It is a bowler.
Yeah.
Everybody gets the point there.
Small
Number
Wood.
3.
That is a tough name to go through life with.
Especially as a football player.
Better be a real good bowler.
Wes Mallet. Wes Mallet.
Andy.
Wes Mallet. Pro bowler.
Michael.
Bowler.
I say bowler. Jacob.
PBA.
John.
Bowler.
Mace.
I'm going bowler.
It is bowler.
Bowler. So Andy is the only one that didn't get that?
Andy, you're the only one that's not getting a lot of these.
Not an expert on bowlers or pro bowlers, apparently.
All right, we got number 4. Mike Dean Perry. Mike Dean Perry.
Michael.
Say that again. Mike who?
Mike Dean Perry.
Oh, that's a pro bowler.
I say NFL also. Jacob.
NFL.
John.
NFL.
Mace.
Not NFL.
Andy.
Unanimous.
It is NFL.
All right, everybody gets that one.
Boy, I don't think I've missed in this
No,
game.
you haven't. So John has 4. Mace has 4. Michael 4. Greg 4. Jacob 4. Andy 2.
Wow. Okay, everybody's in this thing.
Walter Ray Williams Jr.
That one's me. Walter. That sounds like a bowler to me. Jacob.
I will go PBA as well.
John.
Bowler.
Mace.
Bowler.
Andy.
Bowler.
Michael.
PBA.
It is PBA.
All right, everybody gets that one too.
Second ranked bowler all time.
Oh, all time.
Ah.
After Nelson Burton Jr.
Wow.
So everybody 5, Andy 3.
Okay.
Number 6, Herman Moore. Herman Moore.
Jacob.
I will go NFL.
John.
NFL.
Mace.
NFL.
Andy.
NFL.
Michael.
Wide receiver, NFL.
Yes, NFL for me too.
-1 for Michael.
What?
No.
NFL, right? Yeah, NFL.
NFL. All right, everybody got that one.
Remember Herman.
All right,
we go.
for Detroit, right?
Yep.
Earl Anthony. Earl Anthony.
Earl Anthony. John, back to you.
Bowler.
Mace.
Trying to read Brian's face. I'll say bowler.
Andy.
Bowler.
Michael.
Bowler.
I say bowler. Jacob.
PBA.
Everybody says bowler.
He is a bowler.
He is. Yeah,
All
I
right,
knew
so
that one.
This
actually.
game is not going so well for you.
Yeah, Brian. This is like
This is the easiest game Brian has ever
easiest game
made.
you've
How
ever
many?
done.
How many are left, Brian?
I got like 5 left.
All right.
It's
Okay.
going to come down to the tiebreaker.
Everybody has 7. Andy has 5.
Okay.
Eugene Cook.
Eugene Cook. Mace.
That's an NFL.
Andy.
I'm going to say a bowler.
Michael.
Eugene sounds like a brother. That's a NFL player.
I say NFL also. Jacob.
NFL.
John.
NFL.
So everybody but Andy said NFL.
It is NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go opposite now at this point to try to catch
At this
up.
point, you better go opposite.
Ain't no white bowlers named Eugene.
Eugene Levy.
Oh,
nice.
Ireland.
Yeah,
he's
good call.
He's Canadian. He don't count.
All right.
Next one, Kevon Williams. Kevon Williams.
Andy, you got to go
Even
opposite.
you'll get this one.
Going
No,
opposite.
you got to go
I have to go
opposite.
opposite. Bowler.
Yeah.
Michael.
Oh, come on. Kevon? That's an NFL player.
I say NFL. Jacob.
NFL.
John.
NFL.
Mace.
NFL.
Andy PBA.
Wow.
That's
Finally
amazing.
got one.
All you stereotypers out there.
Good for you,
You're
Andy.
2 back, Andy.
I don't
You're 2
see
back.
color.
All right,
Yeah.
there's what? 2
Michael,
left?
I got 2
Michael
more.
sees it
Oh,
everywhere.
yes, he does.
Well, I haven't seen a black Pro Bowler yet.
Here we go. 2 more.
That's funny.
All right, 2 more.
Andrew Anderson. Andrew Anderson.
That goes to Michael.
Bowler.
Andrew Anderson, I'm going to... bowler. Jacob.
I am going to go NFL.
John.
I don't know this, so I'll guess. Bowler.
Mace.
I'll try bowler.
And Andy.
I'm also going bowler.
He is a bowler.
He is a bowler. So Michael got that.
Yep.
I got
Yeah,
that.
Everybody got it.
Except Jacob.
Okay. And Brian, is this the last one?
Yes, one more in the
Last
tiebreaker.
one.
Okay, what's
so
his- what's
Andy,
score?
Andy, you're out.
Andy's out.
Everybody has 9, except Jacob has 8. So Jacob, you have to go opposite.
Okay.
Okay.
Dino Hackett.
Dino Hackett. I'm going to say NFL. John.
NFL.
Mace.
NFL.
Michael.
Bowler.
And Jacob, you got to go bowler.
Bowler.
He is NFL.
NFL. So we have 3-way time. Michael's out. Jacob's out. Good job, Jacob. So Greg,
Just missed.
John, and Mace have 10. Yeah, just
Just
missed.
missed.
All right,
Missed
ready for
it
the
by
tiebreaker?
that much.
Tiebreaker.
All right, last year, a group of 4 bowlers from Kentucky set the Guinness Book of World Record for the most strikes in 24 hours. How many strikes did they bowl?
24 hours. Four bowlers?
Four bowlers.
Four bowlers.
Four of them. Okay. So
let's
say
go.
they do.
Set the record last year.
Okay, I got a number.
And okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I got one.
All right, I got one.
What do you got, John?
322.
Mace.
I'm going 500.
500. I went super high. I'm in trouble. I'm way out. 5,730.
That's a lot of strikes.
Oh, I think you're a little closer.
That
It's,
is like serious.
2,032.
See, I wasn't that far off.
So did Greg win?
I think he did, yes.
Oh, with the 5,000. No, I'm 3,000 over. I'm 3,000 over.
They both said a couple hundred now.
But we both, I
think
said
Mace
500.
I think Mace was closer than Greg.
The 500, yeah, because I was
yeah,
3,000 over the 2,000. So.
Yes.
Okay. Other way.
Yes.
So the score now is Mace has 4, Ireland has 5.
I got a mini game for you guys.
We don't have time.
We don't have time because we want to talk to Jacob. Can you hold that, Michael?
Sure.
Okay. Jacob Morani's here. So, Jacob, you have been incredibly busy. We're limited on time here, but I want to make sure to get to this. You're working with people from the Eaton fires.
Correct.
Talk about how that's going, where you are in that process.
So, it's going well. I mean, we've just filed our second lawsuit yesterday, and as everybody can see, on TV, new videos are coming out from a gas station right on the corner showing where the spark first occurred. And there's a lot of homeowners talking about the fact that they lost electricity for a little bit of time, which is right consistent with the fact that the Edison equipment went down and started the fire.
Yep.
The one thing I want to share with a lot of people is that it is important, for them to understand that using your resources are very important. Free resources.
Yeah.
We get a lot of phone calls every day for people wanting us just to, look over the personal property list they're going to be
FEMA,
sending
paperwork,
over,
all
FEMA,
that stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who've already taken action. We have filed a lot of lawsuits, and there's a lot of people who still need time. Don't get rushed into this. Get as much information as possible. Make sure that you deal with people you know. Don't fall for all these ads. I mean, I get about 150 of those ads on my own Instagram feed now.
Yeah.
Don't just go for those. Get to know the people. Go meet with whoever whatever attorney you want to deal with. Go meet with them face to face. Make sure that they actually know what they're doing, and make sure that they're going to sit with you and give your time. This is not a hit and run. This is something that's going to go on for a few years.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to have somebody that's on the ground here, where you can go to their office and have a sit down and have and just talk to them. And I just want to share that information with our wonderful
That's
listeners.
really valuable. If you want to reach Jacob, and free consultation for anybody that's dealing with fire damage and being displaced and all that stuff. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. That's going to wrap it up for us. We've got Lakers pregame coming up. Lakers versus Sixers. Jacob, thank you.
Nice to see you.
See everybody tomorrow at noon.
Go Lakers.